What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live watch along. And today, Champions League knockout stage is back, people, after all these years. You know, nightmares of Bayern Munich 10-2 and all of that business. We are back. Porto against Arsenal tonight, knockout stage. Champions League knockouts has been boring, I can't even lie so far, but when your own team's involved, you know, it's a little bit different and obviously means a lot more. But big up to everyone tuned in. Hope you are well. And make sure you like the video. We're in subscriber-only mode as usual. Red carpet business, people. And let's get 3,000 likes tonight. Calmly, people. Calmly. Champions League knockouts. We are back. We are back. And let's hope we're built a little bit different than what we were the last time we were in the Champions League knockout stages, people. Listen, good to be back. This is what it's all about. Wednesday nights, you know, watching Arsenal play. I'm sick of Thursday night Europa League. Although, listen, I don't want to be, as I always say, the 100-meter runner in lane 8. I want Arsenal to move properly and go for this competition. They shouldn't be scared of anyone. Respect the teams, but don't fear anybody in this competition. We've seen Bayern Munich. They haven't looked great. We've seen Real Madrid. This ain't the Real Madrid CR7 and Bale and Benzema. You know, they're still a great team, of course. Man City are great, but we've proved this season we can beat them. Anything can happen in cup competitions, people. We've seen Liverpool win the Champions League under Rafa when they were finishing 8th in the league. We've seen Chelsea win it when they were struggling a little bit in the league as well. So anything can happen, people. But listen, big up to everyone tuned in. Edison said, I feel like a proud father. Listen, tonight, let me tell you something. From the outside, this is Arsenal against a Porto team that we should just win. But as Arsenal fans, this is, number one, a proud moment for the team. This is a young group in the Champions League trying to achieve something special. And number two, this game means a lot. You know, on the outside, people are telling me today, oh, you'll batter Porto. I said, listen, man, you know, I'm not taking it for granted. I believe we're the favourites and I believe we're going to win tonight. But I respect the heritage of teams like Porto in the Champions League. This will not be a rollover. But, you know, I'm glad I'm not singing the Europa League anthem anymore, Jake. You are right on that one. But listen, big up to everyone locked in. We've got about, what, 45, 50 minutes until kickoff, so we'll have some build-up. We'll look through one or two things. Dylan said, would you take Harry Kane? Of course, I'd be stupid not to take Harry Kane at Arsenal. He is a boyhood Arsenal fan after all, Dylan. Big up Lee Burnell, big up Big C Unit business tonight, blood bless. Let's hope so, man. Let's clip up Porto. And listen, for me, like I said, I am respectful of the heritage. I'm looking for Arsenal to win this game tonight and take away a lot of pressure from that second leg. I'm going to be real. Respectful, but also ambitious. They're third in the Portuguese league. We're third in the Prem, but they're not in great form. They're not great. And I believe we can do something here. I really do. I really do. Saka's older brother said, Harry Kane once a gooner, always a gooner. Yeah, exactly. We're going to talk about one or two things. Big up the members. Jorge said, green screen gives chills away from it for too long. No more of that. Oh. We don't want to sing that song ever again in the history of Arsenal Football Club. I sung it for so long, I started to enjoy it. But no, we don't want to hear that foolishness. Big up Alexander, new member. I'm pretty sure you've been a member before. Big up yourself. Carl Regal, do you respect Nottingham's European heritage? I'm a Nottingham boy. I have to. There's a statue of Brian Clough in the middle of the city centre, European Cup, all of that. I have to respect them, but we need to create our own history at Arsenal. And Ronaldo said, who do you think we need to have a big performance? I mean, listen, there's loads of players. There isn't one individual player. I always think in games like this, you need control. You need to create chances. If I was picking one player, I would say Martin Odegaard. I think when Martin Odegaard has a good game for Arsenal, we're a different level. Because if Odegaard's not creating, we don't have a lot of creativity in this team. I'm going to be honest. How many of the players in this team do you think, yeah, he could play a pass that splits their defence open? Odegaard is the key, in my opinion, to this team. Yeah, of course, Saka. If Saka has a good game, yeah, we're in business. But Odegaard is the guy that is going to unlock your back four and gives us that element of control. So, yeah, big up to everyone as well, letting me know. Liverpool are obviously playing against Luton tonight at Anfield, which you would expect them to win. But very interesting, Darwin Núñez and Mo Salah left out of the squad altogether. And apparently not injuries. Obviously, they've got the cup final, Carabao Cup final against Chelsea at the weekend. So that would obviously be a bit of a reason as to why they've rotated so heavily. Klopp obviously thinks they can get away with it. Any score updates, throw them in the comments. Let me know. We're hoping for a Sambi Lokonga masterclass. Let's talk about the Arsenal team. Apologies, Chris. ESR is on the bench. I was running out of room. Smith Rowe takes up a whole heap of space. So I have just written ESR on the bench, people. He is there, no panic. Let's go through the Arsenal team. We're unchanged. No problem with that. I did say I thought the only thing you might have seen Jorginho come in for Havertz, and he maybe wanted a little bit more control. But Havertz played well at the weekend, scored a very good goal. He wasn't going to drop him, was he? So we're unchanged. David Raya in goal. Back four, Ben White, Jakub Kiwior, Gabriel and Saliba. Midfield is Declan Rice, Martin Odegaard, captain, and Kai Havertz. Front three of Saka, Martinelli, and Leandro Trossard, a.k.a. Big Belgian Bossard. So there is our team. Very happy with that team. No problem with that team. Donkey! The Donkey's doing well at the moment, people. Fair play to him. Long may it continue. Very interesting when you look at his stats. Sometimes you can look at football from the outside, can't you? And, you know, Havertz statistically is not having a bad season. He's got 5 goals in the league. Xhaka got 7 goals in the league last year. We all hyped him. Havertz could end the season with maybe 10, 11 goals, you know, in the Prem, and then a few Champions League goals. Got 1 goal in the Champions League, you know. I know we've watched it and been through a lot of pain, but the one positive thing I would say about Havertz is he is improving. That is the biggest positive that can give him. And remember, people, this is the ground. We're calling him Don Kai Havertz, not Donkey Havertz. This is the ground where he had the biggest night in his history as a football player. Scored the winning goal against Manchester City in Porto in the Champions League final. So he's going back to a place that gave him, you know, a great feeling, probably the best feeling of his whole career. Am I happy with what I'm seeing of Havertz? I'm not there yet. Is he improving? Yes. I said many times, we ain't selling him. No matter if you're the biggest disliker of him, we have to hope that he gets better and better. You know, he ain't going nowhere. So that's where we're at. I mean, LSU said he'll always be the donkey to me. Listen, if he's a successful donkey, then we'll take it. Like I said, as a kid, I went to Skegness. I had a lot of fun on them donkeys on the beach, you know. So if we got a good donkey in our team, then, you know, we'll take it, people. We'll take it. Let's go through the Arsenal bench. The bench, again, is not great. It's definitely not great, you know. When are we ever going to look at this bench and think, wow, what a bench? I thought we'd been praying for intervention, because I looked on the Arsenal bench. We've got a guy called Sweet and a guy called Heaven. Sweet Heaven on the bench. 2 young players. Aaron Ramsdale, Carl Hein, ESR, Eddie Nketiah, Cedric Jorginho, Fabio Vieira returns to the bench for the Porto derby, the Fabio Vieira derby. Reece Nelson, El Neni, Waneri, who I've spelt Waneru, so I'm going to change that because that's a bit disrespectful. And then Sweet and Heaven. So, hey, it's an interesting bench, that is for sure. Good to see Waneri on the bench, because I just think he is one of the young talents that has really got a chance here, but it's a poor bench, you know. It is a poor bench. I know we're missing players, and I know, listen, you put Timber, Partey, Gabriel Jesus, Tomiyasu, Zinchenko, you're talking about half of our team missing. So it is going to have a huge effect on the bench, of course, but it is a poor bench. You know, when you've spent, if I'd spent 700 million and looked on that bench, I'd say something ain't adding up here. But yeah, it is what it is. And again, as I said before, we're going to need that starting 11. This is a dirty park bench again. One thing I will say, though, is we are in great form at the moment. So we're stepping into this game with a whole heap of confidence. Where is Tomiyasu? Keep saying it. Oh, Tomiyasu's returned safely from the Asia Cup. He's in training. That's what they were tweeting. We haven't seen the guy since. So then they were saying he came back with a slight injury. And now we haven't seen the guy since he came back. Is he even back? Like, is he actually back? They said he was back. You've got Fabrizio Romano saying his new contract's been agreed, but where is he? You know, he needs to turn up and sign the paperwork. So I don't know what's going on there. Jet lagged, I don't know what's going on. I reckon he's come back with an injury, you know, typical Arsenal. Guy comes back, gets injured on the training ground. When Gabriel Jesus got injured, oh, don't worry, people, it's a few days, he should be back for next week. The guy isn't even back in training yet, so... You know, we do have a number of players missing. Interesting that Partey and Fabio both came back to training. Fabio's on the bench, Partey isn't. I don't want to do conspiracy theories, but when are we going to see Thomas Partey playing football for Arsenal? You know, he's come back at the same point as Fabio. One's on the bench, one's not involved. You know, frustrating, but is what it is. David, big up yourself. I would take Super Kevin Campbell. Get well, Kev. Get well, Kev. I explained yesterday. I know a lot of you know. Some of you haven't. Kev's been unwell, very unwell. But he is on the mend. He is talking on the phone. So hopefully Kev will be back up to his old tricks sooner rather than later. Big up, Kev, if you tuned in. Tommy said, imagine Nicolas Pepe was still playing for you guys. It would be the Pepe Derby. Well... Porto have got two Pepes playing for him. One, the 40-year-old Pepe who used to play for Real Madrid. And I'm not exaggerating. He is 40 years of age. He turns 41 next week. If we can't deal with a 41-year-old centre-back, then this competition probably isn't for us. One thing I will say, you're talking about a master of the dark arts when it comes to Pepe, though. We've seen it over the years, how much stuff he gets away with. The other Pepe is an attacking midfielder. We were actually linked with him. Big up Tequila, new member. Big up yourself. And Alexander said, big up Big C. Have you heard Klopp praising Sambi Lokonga? One thing I will say, listen, I spoke about it yesterday briefly. Respect to Sambi Lokonga. Watched him against Man United, as most of you probably did. I thought he had a really good game in midfield. I thought Ross Barkley had a great game as well. Respectfully, my opinion of Sambi Lokonga, use that Luton form and sell him. That's where I'm at. There was people messaging me in the chat yesterday saying, get rid of El Neni, bring back Lokonga. Respectfully for me, I think he's probably found his level. Maybe he's a little bit better than that level. For me, you cash in on the form. Not good form on loan doesn't always mean come back to this football club and play for us. We saw with Joe Willock, went on loan, did great, got 25 million for him. Hasn't lived up to that same level since that point. And injury prone as well. Klopp's trying to play us so we fall for it and bring him back and start playing him for us. Klopp, I ain't falling for that, bro. You get yourself out of the Premier League and leave us to handle business. Yeah, you can big up Lokonga all you want. If you love him that much, bring him to your football club where you go to next, my friend. Sambi Lokonga, keep doing your thing at Luton and we sell your ass in the summer. I don't want to see Sambi Lokonga back at us. Nah, Cormac, I'm not playing, bro. I'm not playing. I told you I'm ruthless. Never seen a Champions League at Arsenal. 20 years of no title. Nah, this ain't work experience. Sambi, you had your chance. It didn't happen. Go on. Go and sign for Palace or Bournemouth or Forest and get as much money as you can. I ain't trying to see Sambi at Arsenal. Trying to win the league, fam. I ain't trying to get top four and trying to win the title. Sell him. Big up Sambi. Keep playing well. We want more money. Anyway, let's go through the Porto team quickly. Listen, information and entertainment. I don't know if that's the entertainment or the information. I think factually you got to cash in on him. But hey, Sambi, Nuno, all them man have to go in the summer, bro. Straight Big C, leave my Bomber Clark club, Sambi. Yeah, respectfully. Respectfully, bro. We've made you a rich man, you know. Porto team, Diogo Costa in goal. João Mario, old school player, man. Pepe, who I said 40 years of age. I mean, listen, I'm not going to be disrespectful to him because he's 40. Heritage, man, he's a Champions League winner. He will kick people tonight. You know what Pepe's like. Otavio, Wendell, Varela, Gonzalez, Pepe, Conceição, Galeno, and Evanilson. As I said, I know a few of them. Some of them are just players I've packed on FIFA and probably quick sold a few times. You know, as you pack them. But listen, this will be a tough game, but I think we're favourites. I'm not going to be arrogant about it. I don't for 1 second expect us to just roll them over. They finished level with Barcelona in the Champions League group, and they've won the Champions League before. So at the end of the day, how can I turn up as Arsenal with no star above my badge and start downplaying the ability of a team like Porto, who have a star on their badge, got 12 points alongside Barcelona in their group? So I'm respectful, and I realise it's a tough atmosphere at their place, but I'm turning up here expecting 3 points. I am. I'm going to be honest. Well, not 3 points. I'm expecting a win. What Arsenal need to do here is take away some of the pressure for that second leg. What you can't do in a game like this, go away from home, start slow, go a goal down and let their crowd get hyped. That's when it becomes a serious problem. You got to go there, you got to take some control of the game, score a goal, quiet them down, and then you can show your quality. In reality, we're a better team than Porto. But football doesn't care about what is put down on paper. We've seen that. That's the beauty of football. Sometimes the team who aren't as good win the game. Tom, there's no away goal rule. Big up Nice, who said, I'm an OG, first time tuning in ages. Big up yourself. Yeah, Tom, no away goals. I respectfully decline your heritage, 4-0. Thermal said this is a test of mentality. Listen, you're spot on, Thermal. Wasim said, would you take a draw? I'm going to say no, right? I'm going to say no. I don't want anyone to think I'm being greedy here. If Man City were playing Porto, I'd say Man City will win. If Real Madrid were playing Porto, I would say Real Madrid will win. Now, I know people will say, well, you're not as good as them teams, but I feel we're competing for the same things as Man City. If we draw the game, it's not Arsenal therapy at 2 p.m. tomorrow. It's not. A draw, you take them back to the Emirates, I expect us to beat them. But football is... there's fine margins in football. If we drew, it only takes a red card at the Emirates and all of a sudden you're out the Champions League. So for me, don't look at this as, oh, let's get a draw and take them back to the Emirates. Look at this as, can we go there and beat them and take away a lot of the pressure in the second leg? So a draw's not the end of the world, but I'm not looking for no draw here. That's all I'm saying. I expect Arsenal to come here and cause them a lot of problems. So we'll see with that one. I understand. Listen, a draw, there's no panic, but I don't want us to draw. I don't want that second leg to be so open where anything can happen in a one-off cup game. We saw that last season with Sporting. Little J said, you're spot on. Cormac said, do you remember Sergio Conceição? Didn't he play... Why do I think he played for Lazio? I could be wrong, but there was Conceição's back in the day, weren't there, man? They were legendary names in football, man. Listen, Thermal was talking about mentality. What I like about Arsenal this season compared to last season, number one, we're starting to overcome hurdles that we were struggling to overcome, i.e. we've beaten Manchester City, and things like that. We've battered a few teams this season. There were a number of times we were like, we should have won 4-0, but we've won 1-0, we've won 2-1. Over the last few weeks, we're hammering teams, putting 4, 5, 6s past them, which is great as well. Fabio Conceição, that was another one as well, right? Where the mentality is different, and a lot of people have obviously been talking about Saka in recent weeks. Is he world class? Is he not? And so on and so forth. The Champions League is the pressure cooker of club football. It is. It's just the reality. You go to environments that you've never been into. You go to stadiums you've never been to where things can feel different. The referees in the Champions League give decisions a lot easier, and it's a bit different. I actually think the Champions League suits Arsenal because they're not going to double up on Saka as much. They don't really know him. Yeah, they know him in a footballing sense, but they haven't played against him. We've had a lot more space. Some of our best performances have been in the Champions League, which is why I think it suits us. However, the margins are very fine. They're a young team. Sometimes you have an off night as a young team. If you have an off night in the Champions League knockout stage, you can be out of the competition. You can lose this game 2 or 3-0 if you're not at it and you're scrambling in the second game. Email address, curtisshawtv@hotmail.com. Old school business, not even Gmail settings, my friend. Hotmail.com. curtisshawtv@hotmail.com. Anyone wants to hit me up on there. Nelson said, Sweet Heaven is Mikel's pet name for Eddie and Ketty. Wouldn't surprise me. Brian said, let's duck in, go get those likes up. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Sam said, big up, Big C. Hope you're well and the Arsenal faithful. Important game today will be a test of the player's character. Away Champions League games are not easy. You're spot on. Spot on. Big up, Sam. Big up, Brian. Brooklyn in the building. Big up, Curtis at a bar with my boys getting ready for the 3-point business today. Time for the team to pass another test and to build our future pedigree. 3-0 to the Gunners. Big up, Brian. Brooklyn in the building. New York in the building. Young Gunner. If they beat us, they'll have belief and play for a draw at the Emirates. Similar atmosphere as Sevilla. We've been much better in Europe, I agree. And Ayaz said if we win the Champions League, those players will be known as the first players. They'll go down as history makers, legends. All of a sudden, all of those players become iconic at this football club. On one hand, we went to Seville, we did great, we won the game in a tough atmosphere. On the other hand, we went to Lens, who you would say are not as good as Porto, and we got beat, and we actually deserved to lose that game. That is the fine margins in Europe, the atmosphere, you know, so many things can affect it, you know, and we've got to make sure we know how to handle that, which is why, for me, Odegaard is the key to Arsenal's performance, because I think he allows us to control games. So we'll see, but listen, I'm looking forward to the game, that is for sure. Newton's, big up Curtis in the community. I'm glad Super Kev's getting better. Absolutely buzzing. Run that intro, bruv. We run it once for Super Kev on his way to recovery. Run that blood clot! Just one time only. We run that back for Kev. Big up Kev. He's on the mend, and we'll see him back soon, people. Big up Kev. Jorge said, if we win the Champions League, are they better than the Invincibles? I think for Arsenal, if I'm being honest, Invincibles, listen to me, because experiencing Arsenal win the Champions League, right, they would be as important as the Invincibles. The Invincibles will go down in history more than us winning the Champions League because other clubs have won the Champions League. We're the only ones in the Prem that can say Invincibles, Gold Premier League. But for me as a fan, the hype, the feeling, the celebrations, they would mean as much. They would mean as much because I would get the full experience. When Arsenal were invincible, I was young, man. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. But listen, it's a situation I hope we have to... It'd be a great argument to have. I hope we have to have that argument. A couple of things to go through. I thought this was a funny one, people. This is the last time Arsenal played against Porto in the Champions League knockout stage. And this was the team that we had on that day. I won't say the guy's name in goal because I don't like swearing on this channel. And I consider his name a swear word because of what happened in the Champions League final. Manuel, and I will not say the second name, yeah, that fraud. Who don't like saving shots. Bakary Sanya was at right back. Clichy was at left back. Vermaelen and Campbell. Not a bad back four, to be honest, although I think that was the old Sol Campbell that had returned. Song, Nasri and Diaby in midfield. You know what? A whole heap of potential there that we never got the full quality out of. Song for about a year and a half was outstanding. All those through balls to Van Persie. Diaby could have been unreal. Nasri, I thought, was going to be a world beater, if I'm being honest. The front three was Arshavin, Rosicky, and Lord Bentner up front. So, yeah, our front three has definitely improved. I did like Rosicky and Arshavin, even though Rosicky was better on the left. But would you say we got a better team than that now? Definitely the goalkeeper's better. You're probably a better goalkeeper than him. I'm talking to the community, by the way. I think that was the old Sol Campbell that had returned. I genuinely thought at that time Nasri and probably Diaby, I thought were going to become world-class players. I thought Nasri was incredible at Arsenal. I know he won the title at City, but he definitely didn't fulfill the potential. I thought he was outstanding. Bentner was just like a meme, wasn't he? He scored a few important goals, but he was crazy. Prime Zidane. Hey, Mr. Krabby, relax yourself. Yeah, we don't say his name on this channel, people. Have you seen Arsenal win a European trophy? Obviously, they won the Cup Winners' Cup. I was a baby them times there, but yeah, man, it's crazy to think, innit, that Arsenal have not won the Champions League or even the Europa League. How crazy is that? We've just spent, what? We were in the Europa League like for 5 years out of the last 6 or 7, and we didn't win it. I don't know how we didn't win it one of them times. It was crazy. But yeah, you're right, Pat. It was Sol Campbell Part 2. He was old at the time, man. He was struggling them times. I'm not even going to lie. Lord Benter better than Eddie and Nketiah? Possibly was, you know. I don't know, but you know what? If I was streaming them times, imagine the things I would have been saying about Nicholas Bentner. I always said, if I would have been streaming Bentner, Mustafi, Kolasinac, Socrates, Danielson, Sonogo, I think my channel would have got deleted. They would have banned me. You know, there's no way I would have been able to control my emotions. I ended up ripping a shirt, finishing 5th. Can you imagine watching them guys? 8-2 at Old Trafford. Nah. The laptop would have gone out the window. They would have deleted the account. It would have been over. You know what I mean? I'd have had to go back to BlackBerry Messenger. You know, we'd have been finished. But anyway, people, yeah, that was the team. A bit of a throwback. But yeah, I've been trying to get some of the team news because Arsenal have not tweeted anything about why are Tomiyasu and these guys not in the squad when apparently he was back. But they haven't said anything, which means probably they don't want to reveal too much information. Apparently Diaz missed 2 big chances for Liverpool. Make sure you keep us locked in with the goal updates. Liverpool playing Luton at home. Obviously, we could do with a Sambi masterclass. As I've said a few times tonight, respect the heritage, don't fear them. I don't want this to sound arrogant. I would love to see Arsenal. I'm almost hesitating to say this, but you know what? Bun it, I'm saying it. I would love to see Arsenal end the tie tonight. And I know that sounds a bit crazy, and people might think, you're getting carried away. It's Champions League knockout. No, I'm being serious. The form we're in, if we're at it, I don't see why we can't clip these lot up. Now, I'm being respectful in the sense that if they play well in the atmosphere and they're at us, no, it ain't going to be easy. Maybe we just get out of there with any victory and get back to the Emirates. 2-1, 1-0, 3-2, get out of there. But if we go there, control the game, score early, I think we can do them in and make this a 2 or 3-0. I don't care if you won the Champions League. Nah, man, I'm saying it. Let's go full screen. I'm on this. Nah, man, I'm talking with chest. Bon their heritage. Bon it. That was Mourinho 20 years ago. That's out the window. Bon the heritage. Go to Portugal tonight and clip these lot up. We're on fire at the moment in the Prem. Nah, man, I don't care. I'm coming in with a shotgun like Fitzjoseph. Kick down the door, lick off every blood clot thing. Pepe's 40 years of age. 40. Lick down everything. Go there and score in the first 20 minutes. Control the game. Let them know what time it is. Bon the heritage. And we have a little good night out in Portugal. Fly back in the morning. No, man, I'm sick of it. I'm talking with chest. I believe in the team right now. Yeah, we go there. We clip them up. We turn this into a midweek, holiday with the lads. Quick 3 days in Portugal with the boys. Get back and deal with Newcastle at the weekend. I'm saying it. I don't care. They can try and clip. They ain't clipping it. We're winning tonight. We're winning. I'm saying it with chest. We're beating them. And, I hope that doesn't go, bite me. But I'm going for it. Listen, I'm not being disrespectful. But I believe we can go there and beat them and hurt them and damage them. Porto are 3rd in the Portuguese league at the moment. 7 points behind Sporting Lisbon. 7 points behind Benfica. They've won 3 of their last 5. As I was saying the other day, second best defence in Portugal, which actually, when you think about everything I've just said about 3-0 and so on and so forth, is a massive contradiction because I said this the other day as well, so I don't know why I just said that. I'm hyped. It's match day. Let me go, people. Let me cook. You know the amount of times people come in the chat before a game, they go, don't be negative. Now I'm letting off the clip. I'm going, no, bon their heritage. Bon it. Lick off the door. We're beating Porto tonight. I don't care. I want Arsenal to go to Portugal tonight, score in the first 20, run the game, beat them 2 or 3-0, fly back nice and easy, extra leg room, on the jet, back to London, relax, second leg, cool off. I'm saying it. I'm telling you, we're going for it. We're on fire at the moment. I ain't afraid of no one. I'm not afraid of no one. We're clipping these lot tonight. But anyway, as I just said, the massive contradiction, they've only conceded 16 goals in 22 games. So I'm asking for 3 goals in one night. So I am going a bit over the top, I suppose. But I'm saying it. You look at the 2 teams above them, Sporting and Benfica. Sporting have scored 60 goals in 21 games. Benfica have scored 52. Porto have scored 37. Their main striker is injured at the moment. So we got to go for him. Got to go for him. We should not be afraid of them. I don't care what anyone says. We're coming for free goals. Why can't we sign Walcott on a free? I don't know what's going on there. Benfica are already out of the Champions League. Yep, 7 points behind. 7 points. And like you said, Benfica haven't done great this year. People talking about heritage like these men are Real Madrid. I'm telling you, bro, if we're playing Real Madrid tonight, throw heritage at me as much as you want. That's hardcore heritage. I don't even know if they can fit the amount of stars they've got above the badge. I don't know what they're doing. You want to talk Liverpool Champions League? That is heritage. I can't. Yo, that's some serious heritage. Multiple Champions Leagues over many different time periods as well. I ain't interested in Porto, fam. What do you think this is? Deco from 20 years ago with Mourinho. Bun that heritage. I can't even remember that heritage. Yeah? We're in town. We're in the building. Can't be scared of Porto, fam. Let's go ahead and clip these lot up. Turn it into a weekend away. EasyJet. Ryanair. £70 flight. Go there, clip them up, get home. Simple as that. Nah, man, bond that. But anyway, I hope this don't come back to bite me. I don't know why I'm on so much smoke here, but I think we're gonna beat them. I honestly think we're gonna beat them. I was looking at their lineup at the weekend. They got a 2-0 win against Estrella. I mean, no disrespect. I thought Estrella was a beer company. I better not say too much. I've probably already said too much, but yeah, they won. I think they had the same team out. Apparently, this Galeno is lively. I think Galeno, Pepe, Evan Nielsen, they're 3 danger men. So you watch 10 minutes into the game, I'll be going crazy. Kivior's getting ripped apart, and no, don't even say it. I don't. Why am I speaking with so much chest? This run of form that we're on. If I can't get belief in the Arsenal team with the run, oh no, don't do it. Don't tell me Luton are winning. They're not, are they, lads? They're not, lads and ladies. Don't tell me VAR hasn't done anything on it though. They're not shutting it down, are they? Please. Don't let me start getting excited, people. Everyone's saying Luton are 1-0 up, but just tell me first, is there a VAR check? Is there something I have to be concerned about? Just let me know. Let me know, people. Are we good? Please tell me there's no VAR check and the goal counts. Who scored, by the way? Don't tell me it's Sambi. They're winning 1-0. I don't want to get excited. It is too early. Can you imagine? Somebody tell me that Sambi scored. Don't let me get hyped. Don't gas me up. Who's got that song out, man? Don't gas me up. Skepta. Gasoline. Just like a cash machine. Yo, Luton are winning. Ogbena. Yo! Stay calm. Stay calm. Yes! Come on! Come on. Ross Barkley, lad. Ross Barkley. Yo, this could be a good night. Get ready. Ooh, baby, tonight. We're gonna make this a night to remember. You know when you get older, yeah, you just two-step. You know when you're younger, yeah, you do all kinds of mad dances, start flinging up shoulders and all sorts. When you get a bit older and you go to the rave, yeah, it's just a two-step. You just click your fingers, you two-step, you know, nothing can go wrong in this environment. Two-step, nothing, I can't look out of place. I'm just two-stepping right now, but yo, Luton, please. All we need now is Sambi or Ross Barkley or someone. I'm just looking at the Liverpool team. Kelleher, Bradley, Kwanzaa, Van Dijk, Gomez, McAllister, Endo, Gravenberch, Elliott, Gakpo, Diaz. Yo, Liverpool's bench is a bunch of kids. No Salah, no Nunez. All right, let me calm down. I need to stay calm. We haven't even started the game yet. Come on, Luton. Come on, clip them lot up. This will be wild. We need that red stripe. Come on, right. I'm trying to stay calm. I'm hyped. I can't believe they're winning that game. Right, where was I? I was looking at the Portuguese League One. I don't even need to look at it. We've seen it. They're third. Let's handle business. I'm hyped. All my composure's disappeared right now. I'm usually composed like Thierry Henry one-on-one with the keeper, just opening up his body and just curling it in the corner. But yeah, come. Let's concentrate. What time did that game kick off? Oh, I only kicked off at 7:30. Oh, yeah, there's ages to go. I won't get too hyped. Hey, big up my brother, Jar in the building. Kivior to get the first. Hey, he's calling a Kivior goal. Make sure you go and follow my brother, Jar Digger. Best artist in Nottingham, I'm telling you. He's calling a Kivior goal tonight, man. I hope so. Mike said, evening, Big C. Let's keep it tight. And ball them back at the Emirates. No, but do you know what? I get what you're saying, I get what you're saying, but let's, all right, this is how I'm looking at it. Why? We don't need to wait to get them back to the Emirates. That's how I'm looking at it. Why can't we go there and clip them up tonight? Deal with them. Still, yeah, get them back to the Emirates. Give them a bit, bit more. But, why can't we just deal with them tonight? Go to Portugal. Couple days in Portugal, clip them up, get yourself back home. I'm not even thinking about the second leg. Let's handle business tonight because it's going to get to a point where maybe the second leg is away from home. And then you've got to go away from home and defeat somebody. So I get what you're saying, but I think we can beat them tonight and knock them out. I don't think we need to be scared of them. I think we got to be respectful, but we're better than them. We are better than them. At the end, they got Pepe at centre-back. He's 40 years of age, man. Come on. If we move the ball well, João Mario at right-back as well. He's old school as well. Let's have a look at João Mario. I used to pack him years ago on FIFA, João Mario. I'm sure he was a midfielder. Unless it's a different João Mario. Is this the same João Mario? Oh, is it? Oh, it's a different one. It is a different one. I thought it was that old school João Mario, the Barlet. João Mario. Oh, it's not the same one. I was going to say, it can't be that one. Oh, he plays for Sporting Lisbon. No, it's not the same one. It's a different one. But, yeah, apparently this one's decent. I thought it was that old school one at West Ham. It's a totally different one. This guy's like 25, and he is a right back, and apparently he's all right. So I take it all back. But anyway, yeah, we got about 14 minutes until kickoff. Massive game. There's another big game tonight as well in the Champions League. And that is Napoli against Barcelona. That is a big game as well. I mean, looking at the Champions League, I don't even know who I would rather won that game because I don't think Barcelona are great, but they still have some good players and they do have heritage. Napoli, very difficult at their ground. I don't know who I would actually rather won that game. In terms of a potential opponent for Arsenal if we were to obviously go through. Hype said, no point in leaving it to the home tie. End it tonight, 5-0. Just end the stream, Dave. I'm telling you, go Portugal, clip them up, get yourself back home. Big up Hype. Cormac said, Curtis, would Daichi swap Lokonga for Onana? I mean, I'd be crazy to take Sambi Lokonga. They said he was Yaya Toure. He don't look like Yaya Toure to me. Respectfully, mate, he had a good game against Man United, but, I could probably have a good game against Man United. I'm 57 years of age, so, we eat bricks, we eat wood, we eat concrete. Lokonga, leave him at Luton, mate. He's a fraud. There you go. There's your Sean Dyche, mate. How have I ended up just full-time doing Sean Dyche impressions all the time? How did I ever end up doing that? I really don't know. Avin said stadiums get empty wherever we go. Yeah, listen, we're just emptying stadiums tonight and every night. Trossard hat-trick. I hope so. Anyone scores a hat-trick tonight, people, will be laughing all the way to the bank, that's for sure. What is important is we keep people fit as well at the moment because we've got a lot of players out at the moment. Somebody sent me this picture. I thought, I'm not going to actually show this picture because I don't want to put people on a downer, but we're going to create new history. So let's not be afraid of our past. We're going to create a better present and future. The last 7 trips that Arsenal have had in the last 16, of course, this was all Arsene Wenger days when we were faded. 2010-11, Barcelona, I think we got cheated. 2011-12, AC Milan, I remember that game. We nearly did the comeback at home. Bayern Munich 3-all, 2012, 13, Bayern Munich again, 14, Monaco, Olivier Giroud, oh my God, one of the worst performances I've ever seen in my life. I think he missed 5 clear-cut chances that night. 15-16, Barca, Messi effect. 16-17, 10-2, Bayern Munich. I mean, they were dark, dark days. Hector Bellerin settings, people. But you know what? I thought, let me not show the picture because it's not good. It's bringing negative energy. But you know what? I thought, we're creating a new history. We've moved away from these dark days and these dark times, people, where we were just getting smashed in the last 16. This is a new, reborn, regenerated Arsenal. We're going to start beating these teams. And you know what? You look back through those years, we had glaring weaknesses in our team at those points, you know, where you always felt like we were going to have problems in certain areas. You look at the Arsenal team tonight, if you were being really critical, you would probably say Kivior and at times Havertz this season. They're the 2 players that still give me a little bit of concern when I look at the starting 11. But overall, I've got a lot of confidence in this team. You know, I don't really look at anybody in this team and think you're a glaring weakness. So, you know, the confidence levels are a lot higher, and I believe, you know, we can beat, even if we were playing Bayern Munich or someone tonight, I would honestly believe that we could cause them problems. I genuinely think at the moment we are a team that we can cause problems to anybody in world football. And people might think that's an exaggeration, but the way we've played Manchester City the last 2 times in the Community Shield in the league, they're considered the best team in the world. They're the treble winners. So I believe we can trouble anybody in this cup competition, but they have to perform. You can't have an off night in Europe. That's the difference. Big up Ben. He's gifted 5 Curtis Shaw TV memberships. Big up yourself, bro. Appreciate that. Big up to the new members as well. Make sure you like the video. There's 3,400 of you locked in on YouTube. 49 of you on Twitch as well. Big up yourself. C-Unit Business. And we are 9 minutes away from the kickoff. We are back. Champions League knockout stage. Do you know, as the day's gone on, I've started to feel slightly the big game nerves a little bit. You know, I've been very calm about this draw the whole time that we've got them. In fact, I celebrated when we got Porto in the draw because I said we'll beat Porto over 2 legs, and I do think we will. But also, it's that nerve-wracking feeling that it's not like the Premier League where you have a bad night and you've got weeks and weeks and weeks to turn it around. If you have a bad night, you are struggling. Yeah, you could potentially be out of the competition. As I said, the thing with cup competitions, it's only a bad challenge that you get a red card, you lose 3-0 and you're out. You know, one little thing. So we have to be very, very careful. As I said, and like Gary said, there's not a lot on the bench. He said nothing on the bench. Big up Laser Gaming as well. I do believe, and I hope this doesn't come back to bite me, I do believe Arsenal are going to win tonight, and I've been confident that we are going to beat them. And not only do I think we're going to beat them, I think we're going to win by 2 or 3 goals. And I know I'm really, you know, risking it by talking like this, but I believe in this team at the moment. I really do. I think we've clicked into gear at the right time. I think our attacking players will get space on the ball. I'm not being disrespectful to Porto. Listen, if Porto play well and we don't play well, they're going to beat us. They're good enough to trouble us and cause us problems. But if we play well, I think we're better than them. So I honestly, I am riding the wave. Max B settings, Harlem business. And I'm telling you, we are clipping these lot up tonight. I ain't nothing more, nothing less. We've come here to collect. And Luton are beating Liverpool at Anfield 1-0. So at the moment, I'm slightly hyped, you know. So bear with me. Maybe you'll tune back in later in the stream. and the energy will be totally different. But I'm an energy person, people. I feed off the energy. Right now, the energy is good. You smell that? That smells like success to me, people, and I like the way it smells, people. That's what I'm saying. I'm sick of them days where I'm ripping shirts and, we're struggling to make top 4. I can smell victory, and I'm going to embrace it, people. That's for sure. Big up Juan, who said, Big C, you got me hyped. Come on, you Gunners. We're back, baby. We are back. Hangover business, people. Hangover business. We are back. So, yeah, man, that sweet smell of victory, man. And you know what? We've got a player on our bench called Sweet and a player called Heaven. So I thought they were trolling when I saw them put the lineup out. I was like, who? Sweet and Heaven. Are they actually being serious? Listen, the teams are about to come out. 2 big games, as I said, in the Champions League. You got Napoli against Barcelona. And you've got, obviously, Luton against Liverpool, which is still a very important game for Arsenal because it's will obviously have a big effect on the Premier League. And Luton are winning 1-0 at Anfield. And like I said, no Salah and no Darwin Núñez, not even on the bench for Liverpool tonight. Bianchet fam said, listening all the way from New Zealand, love the channel. Big up yourself, bro. Chris Atkins, it's lonely at the top. Big up, Chris. Oh, the overlay is off. I've only just noticed that. Big up Trixie. I'll try and edit that in a minute. I don't want Liverpool to lose. We're better when chasing. I want them to lose, bro. I hear you. I hear you. Chasing probably is easier, but let's be real. We don't want them kicking into gear either with an emotional clock that they're playing for. Music's about to start. I'm going to turn it up slightly. I'm hoping that my mic doesn't pick it up. We need to hear it. It is Champions League. No more Europa League business. Charles said, big up Curtis. Let's smash them. Gold steak only. Don't want to sound arrogant. I'm tweeting it as well. I believe we can finish the tie tonight if we play well. Oh, the music's on the way, people. That Champions League music. Thierry Henry talking on CBS. Come on, you Gunners. Here we go, people. Champions. Da, da. Do you know what? In all the years of listening to the Champions League music, I don't know the words. I don't know the words. Be honest, people, in the comments. Do any of you know the words to the Champions League song? I don't know the words. I just mumble along with it. Yeah, no, I don't know the words. We're all in the league, the champions. Da, 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 da. I don't know what the words are. Somebody just said there are no words. I mean, that's just giving me a headache. Surely that's not true. I don't know any of the words. Oh, here we go again. We've waited for this, people. No more Europa League. I don't know what they're saying. It's mumble business, people. I would love to be them guys who are flinging the flag around in the middle. We're all in the league. The champions. Da, 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 da. Come on! Come on, Arsenal! We're back. Let's do this. Let's clip them up, people. We have not been the same since the gold stake in Dubai. This is a different Arsenal team. I don't know what they put in that stake. Salt Bay business. I don't know the words to the song. But we are back and we need to handle business. I hope it doesn't come back to bite me, all that hype and chest pre-match. Make sure you keep us updated in the comments about Liverpool-Luton. Luton beating Liverpool 1-0 at Anfield. I am hyped. Let's do this. Apologies if anyone's eardrums were slightly damaged during that. I won't even say singing, that mumbling. Gunnar Birdie, big up Big C. C-Unit Business, Rude Boy. Big up yourself. Will you be this hyped for the Super League, says Carl. Listen, as Malcolm X once said, by any means necessary. If Arsenal are winning trophies, I said it, right? When that's a whole different conversation, but when the Super League was on the way out, I said, listen, I don't agree with it. But if it happens and Arsenal are successful in it, I will shamelessly be celebrating that. Don't you forget that, people. Let me tell you that. But that's a conversation for another day. My shamelessness when it comes to Arsenal, it's all over the place, you know. Smash the like, YouTube gang, and we need to boost Curtis on Twitch so we can use our Twitch Prime in support. I need to sort out the Twitch, I really do. I haven't even got it set up properly yet, really, but I'm definitely going to get that sorted. We're about to get underway. Pepe is their captain. He's already on a yellow card, so I believe a yellow card tonight will get him suspended for the home leg. I tell you what, in all seriousness, you got to rate anybody that's playing in the Champions League for a big club at the age of 40 years of age. Like, come on. 40 years of age, you know. If we reach the final, Curtis should shave your hair off. Bro, shave my hair off for a final. Win the final. You know what I mean? We'll have a conversation. You can't reach a final. You better win the final. Then we can go crazy, you know. Laser, bro, I know you're big on these platforms with gaming. He said, forget Twitch, bro. Multi-stream on Kick. Twitch will die in the next couple of years. Give me some advice, bro. CurtisShawTV@hotmail.com or DM me, bro. I need to know. I'm tempted to do some gaming as well, you know. Cruz wants to do gaming and stuff as well. Ben said, Arsenal, come on. Yo, we need to, bro. We need 3 points. Jerome, big up Big C and the community. Watching Tom work in Manhattan. Sharpen the machete. 5-0 dub. Big up yourself. We're about to get underway. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. It is the Champions League knockout stage. Porto against Arsenal. The mighty, mighty Arsenal. And we are underway. This is the away leg. It's crunch time, people. It is crunch time. And let's see what they're about. Wow. What's happened there? Oh, the guy just stopped. I thought there was a player injured for them already. Could do Community FIFA League. Would be good, to be fair. Would be good. Mrs. told me to stop singing as it was you. Hey, listen, sometimes you just got to sing, man. Don't worry whether we can sing or not. Why has he changed the position of Havertz and Trossard? Let's have a look. I think because I noticed against Burnley, it was almost like when we was attacking, Havertz was becoming a second striker. We almost had two up front at times. It looks like Trossard's up front. Havertz is close to him, though. Rice, man! Deckers, what are you doing? He's got a yellow card after a minute. See, all that hype before the game. What are you looking at? He wasn't even looking at the ball. I told you, man. Oh, God. Defensive midfielder booked after 60 seconds. Wasn't looking at the ball. Deckers, you got nutmegged as well. Right in front of Arteta. What are you doing? This ain't Conference League and West Ham, bro. He was not looking at the guy passing him the ball. He gets past the ball. Ball goes away from it's Saka. And he ends up getting nutmegged. Yellow card for your DM after 60 seconds. That's all you need, innit? And these guys, any challenge he puts in, they'll dive. That is a nightmare. I would have rather Declan Rice just backed out of that challenge. He was never going to reach the ball. That's a nightmare. The last player on the pitch that you would probably want to get a booking. Camera's zoomed all the way out. I know the camera angle is horrible. What is this? FIFA camera angles where you could make it wider so you could see the whole pitch. I don't know what the hell this camera angle is. I told you, Champions League's different. They don't care, 60 seconds, let's let him settle into the game. Ref's like, I don't even know who you are, bro. I'll book you after 50 seconds, 20 minutes. They don't give a damn. There's Ben White on the ball. Do you know how much I've just hyped up this performance from Arsenal? Don't go making me look silly here, you know. That was annoying. Anyway, Arsenal dominating the early possession. Let's hope we can score first and put the yellow card out of our mind. William Saliba. I'm quite interested to see how they press. Are they going to let us keep possession and back off us a little bit? It was a really silly yellow card. You know them ones that are totally unnecessary as well. He genuinely didn't really need to go diving in like that. Cameras on the roof. I don't know what's going off. Ball over the top. Looking for Martinelli. Pepe wins the header. 40 years of age. Good touch there by Martinelli looking for Trossard. And he fouls him there. What I'm noticing here straight away about Porto, they're not pressing high up the pitch. They seem to let our defenders have the ball. Once we get higher up the pitch, they're crowding us very quickly. So maybe they don't press until you get, closer to them kind of thing. Bad ball there. Mistake by Porto. Goes out for a throw into Arsenal on the edge of their area. Big up E. Ross, member for 25 months. Just want to big up the community. Come on, you Gunners. Big up English Tax Ross. Arsenal look kind of nervous, says Adam. Brennan said, come on, lads, don't make me look silly. Come on, he said, Deckers is disciplined. I hope you're right, bro. He needs to be tonight. Here's Gabriel Magalhaes. Passes to Saliba. Look how high the Arsenal defence is. Look, I mean, Saliba's in the Porto half. We're defending on the halfway line. In fact, even higher. Here's Odegaard. Finds Declan Rice. Arsenal dominating the early possession. Do we usually play in red socks, or am I going mad? I feel like we usually play in white socks, unless I'm tripping here completely. Here's Ben White on the ball. Arsenal dominating possession. Saliba, bit of a risky pass there, but they keep it. We're keeping possession very well. Very good possession being kept here. Here's Leandro Trossard. See, as Trossard drops, Havertz goes up front. So that's kind of the movement. No, we don't, do we? I was thinking red socks. Do we usually play in red socks? It's normally white socks, right? Special socks today because they're in white socks. Long ball, Martinelli. What a bit of control. Unlucky. Throw into Arsenal. Edge of the Porto penalty area. Come on. Let's get an early goal. Let's put them under pressure. Luton still beating Liverpool 1-0. 36 minutes gone in that game. Here is Trossard. Alternative home kit. Okay. Kit clash, sort of. It's a strange one, isn't it? Because, we're in red, they're in blue. It's not really a kit clash, but just, when you look around the pitch sometimes, I don't know. It shouldn't be a kit clash, but sometimes you look up and you think it's their player and it's yours. If Arsenal don't win, it's the socks, Curtis. Exactly, we'll blame the socks. Here's Saliba. Arsenal dominating possession. Gabriel had a heavy touch there. Got away with it. David Raya on the ball. Was that Arsenal's fastest yellow card? I mean, 1 minute. David Raya finds Trossard. Left-hand side. Has a poor first touch. Should have done better. Porto in possession. So I would say at work, watching, my clients will be informed about Curtis today. Make them know, bro. Make them know what time it is. Make them know. They'll hear when we score, hopefully. Camera's fine for me. I'm not watching on TV. It's weird they still do that clashing thing. I thought that was only for the black and white TV days. Crazy. Arsenal in possession. Declan Rice. Can we get that early goal? We look comfortable on the ball, but the problem... Well, I won't say the problem. The thing is, you've got to break them down. And they look like they've got a lot of players behind the ball. You look at them here. They've got the back four. They've got a defensive midfielder sitting just in front. So they've got, a good 5 there to protect them. And they are starting to press us a bit higher. Lovely passing by Arsenal, but we're just not making up much ground yet. But it is early in the game. Big up Batson, Big C, the man, the myth, the legend. Big up, bro. It was raining in England, says Ty. Yeah. Big up Omar. Arsenal in possession, in their own half. Kivior finds Martinelli. Good ball down the sides. Havertz got to look after the ball better there. Throw into Arsenal, though. Martinelli slipped over on the side of the pitch there. Arsenal absolutely dominating possession. But we've just got to find that way of splitting them open. And as I said at the start of the game, I think Odegaard is the key factor in that. Good play there. Gabriel, Kivior, down this left-hand side. Loads of possession. And they're not really trying to... press. Gigs better pop up in your thoughts as an artist. Jeez! I couldn't ignore it. I saw it in capitals, you know. Second E. Ross, big up the community. My first Arsenal Champions League watch along. Let's go. Big up Edu's Barbecue. Member for 25 months as well. Big up yourself, bro. I'm disappointed with that Rice yellow card, exactly. It was unnecessary. That was the thing about it, you know, and it puts him under a lot of pressure. If people are running at him and he needs to challenge. Ah, Saliba there. Has a poor touch, but Rice wins the ball back, gets him out of trouble. That's what he's there for. Here's Martin Odegaard. Come on, get going. We're dominating the ball. We need to ask questions. I want to see their keeper have something to do. We seem to be finding it difficult to get bypast their midfield. Is it the camera? Is the pitch looks huge? It's the camera, innit? The camera's very wide, which makes the pitch look bigger than it is, you know. Rice, yeah, he did really well there. Here's Kivior, finds Martinelli, who loses possession there. He's got to look after the ball better than that. And a free kick on the halfway line. See, in this Champions League, they give free kicks away very easily. A little tap, players rolling around. Afsar said, Curtis, would you like to see Sambi Lakonga back? He's on fire. I wouldn't. I'm going to be honest. Use the good form, cash in on him. That's my opinion. Paul said, not easy being an Uber driver and watching the game as well. Love your commentary. Big up, Paul. Uber driver settings. Don't worry, man. We'll keep you updated. Just listen in, you know. Porto have possession at the back. Can we put them under pressure? See, they've gone long there. Ben White gets caught out. David Raya comes off his line and kicks the ball out. They're taking the throw in quickly. Raya's off his line. Ben White. Here come Porto. We managed to play our way out of it. It's poor, though. We're giving away. Ben White there, very sloppy. Ball over the top. Raya came out, kicked the ball out for the throw-in. The Porto player runs over to the ball boy, gets another ball given to him quickly, takes the throw-in. You know, silly little mistakes like that can lead to goals. You've got to be careful. Saka there, unnecessary foul. Totally unnecessary, barging him over there. Free kick to Porto in their own half. Listen, the players will be a bit nervous. Reality of the situation. How many players in this Arsenal team have got real Champions League experience? The most experienced player, if I'm not mistaken, in the Champions League in our starting 11 is Havertz. How crazy is that? Is Havertz. Trossard's probably hardly played Champions League. Martinelli and Saka haven't. Odegaard, I don't know if he did at Madrid or Sociedad. I'm not sure. Rice hasn't. Saliba might have played a little bit at Marseille on loan. Gabriel, maybe at Lille. Kivior, I don't think so. Ben White, David Raya, no. Obviously, Jorginho on the bench, but Havertz is our most experienced player in the Champions League in the starting 11. So that's crazy. It's crazy. Throw into Porto on the edge of the Arsenal penalty area. We got to be careful. We've got to be careful. These are the fine margins. Galeno, he's got a long throw, very long throw. And that is dangerous as well, because every time they get a throw in near our penalty area, that's going to be like a corner for them. Goes all the way back to their goalkeeper. Smashes it long towards Ben White, heads it to Saka. And all of a sudden, we've lost our grip a little bit here. Gabriel has played Champions League apparently a little bit for Lille, but obviously I can't imagine he played that much Champions League for them. But yeah, I would imagine Havertz has the most experience. Would you like to see Elise in an Arsenal shirt? I like Elise. I think he's a very good player. All the possession, but we're the ones on the ropes. Listen, I think you've seen over the years, dominating possession means nothing if you don't damage the opposition when you've got possession. You know, you need to score, you need to get shots. Porto settling into the game a little bit here. Good tackle, though. Declan Rice wins a free kick just in the Porto area. Lovely tackle there. Ball boys taking the proverbial. Odegaard wants a quick throw to go to retrieve the ball. You expect it. Away from home, you ain't getting no favours from the ball boy. Beresford Productions, Arsenal versus something you'd say when you mash your foot on the door frame. Sorry for the dad joke. I respect it, Beresford. I'm all about the dad jokes. I respect them. This is why I wanted Jorginho to start, said Mr. Arsenal. Maybe something that will happen in the second half. I think he went for the more attacking setup. Here's Saka. Ben White finds Odegaard with just a bit slow in possession. We need a little bit more movement if we're going to open them up. They look very well organised. Pepe organising that back four. They're very flat. They've got a defensive midfielder just sitting in front of them. And that isn't going to be easy to break down. Here's Saka. Odegaard. Much deeper on the ball here. Saka. Arsenal keep possession. It's quite slow. Did you enjoy the All-Star weekend? I thought the actual All-Star game was boring. I think the most enjoyable things was like the 3-point contests and things like that. Ben White gives the ball away again. Declan Rice does really well there. Wins the ball back. He is, of course, on a yellow card, which makes it a little bit nerve-wracking. But we'll see. Still 0-0 between Napoli and Barcelona in the other Champions League game. And don't forget, people, Luton are beating Liverpool 1-0 at Anfield. A minute to go before half-time in that one, so still a long way to go. So don't want to get too excited with that one yet. 14 minutes gone here. Arsenal 0, Porto 0. We're dominating possession, but I haven't really asked any questions of Porto yet. And Declan Rice got a yellow card after just 1 minute, which is not what you want. But he has done well since then. I'll give him some credit for that. They should be settling into the game a bit more now. You know what the surroundings are. You understand the pitch. You know what it is. Odegaard is playing a lot deeper today. He's playing almost next to Declan Rice. Here's Ben White. Odegaard's free there. He goes for a long ball. Looking for Havertz. That's a lovely ball. Havertz on his left foot. That's a bit sloppy there. He does well in the end, though. Noel said, Ferguson said it was easier to win the Champions League than Invincible. He would have given anything to have done it. Listen, Invincible, you've seen it. No one else has done it. Odegaard gets clattered there by Pepe. Who else? Josh said this is pre-Dubai football. I hear you on that. Did you see Holgate's Brexit tackle on Mitoma? Jeez, mad challenge. Pepe doesn't get a yellow card, of course. Free kick to Arsenal. Crossing situation. Naughty challenge there. He stands on Odegaard's foot there. And to me, if they check that on VAR, that could have been a yellow card. He literally stands on his foot, and they are very painful. Former Real Madrid teammates. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. That is a good point. Were they there at the same time? I'm not sure. Free kick to Arsenal. Crossing situation. Probably Saka, Odegaard, Rice. I'm not sure who will take this. In-swinger for Rice, maybe. Big up, Carl. Said, come on, you Gunners. Big up the stream. Pepe is a cheat and a disgrace, says Tom. Would R9 cost $1 billion in today's market? It would be worth that. You just wouldn't get anyone paying. Not with financial fair play. Declan Rice, in-swinging free kick. We've been good from set pieces over the past few weeks. Cam Rice put a good delivery in here. Can Arsenal get a goal? 16 minutes gone. Rice whips it in. He's got too much power on it. Costa punches it away. And the referee gives a free kick for nothing. This is the annoying thing, isn't it, sometimes in the Champions League? Like, I can't see anything wrong as that ball's being crossed in. And the ref's given a free kick straight away. It's not a great ball from him. Look at Pepe. Falls to the floor. Referee buys it. Gives a free kick. And that is Pepe, innit? That sums up Pepe's career. 30 seconds earlier, he's stamping on Odegaard's foot. Dark Arts doesn't get a yellow card. And then 30 seconds later, he's falling to the floor, winning a free kick. And it's horrible, but he's made a whole career out of doing that. I don't like it, but the game is the game. He obviously knows how to manipulate it. So we've got to play better than this. It's too slow. Here's Martin Odegaard. We've been a lot quicker in the last few weeks. And that's why we've been successful. Poor pass. Got to do better. Got to do better. The fine margins. I think that was Declan Rice. Tried to switch it there to Martinelli. Puts it out for a throw-in. You've got to do better. You're under more pressure. King Gunner, big up, bro. He said, Curtis, big up, bro. Sending respect as always, G. Appreciate that. Good tackle, Declan Rice. No! No, ref! You've got it wrong! You've got it wrong! Now, that worries me there because the problem is Rice is on a yellow card. He's just fouled him there. You know that referee's thinking, if I see that foul 2 or 3 times, I'll give you a second yellow. It's totally different in Europe. I'm worried already. This referee feels very dodgy right now. Brown envelope settings. Ben White again with the dodgy clearance. Here come Porto. They've got numbers forward. Ball out wide. We're under pressure here. Cuts inside Kivior. Kivior stands up well. Ball's in the air. David Raya collects it. Declan Rice, I'm telling you now, that referee is on him. Is on him. It's a soft foul. But you know what these refs are like in Europe? Couple of them fouls, they'll give you a second yellow. I thought he won the ball, but got to be very careful with Rice tonight. He's not a player you would ever want to take off because of how much he offers you in his ability to win the ball. But second off, you may have to bring Jorginho on for him because one thing we can't afford to do is go down to 10 men and end up losing the game, you know. So the ref seems like he's on him. Ball over the top. Concerned about Rice on this yellow card. The ref seems in the mood to book. Defo looking to send Rice off. It's not. I don't know. I thought he won the ball there, but yeah. Ben White's been not great so far. 2 or 3 times he's had the ball and just given it away. They've hired the ref from the Barcelona games. Come on, Arsenal, man. That is way too easy. They've bopped us there. They took our whole midfield out. This is the problem. Rice goes across. He can't put a challenge in. I mean, he delays him quite well there and forces him backwards. But in that situation there, their attacking midfielder running at Rice, he's going to want to make a challenge. Even if he just sticks a leg out there, the guy's going to fall over it. And that's a second yellow there on the counter-attack. Here come Porto. My predictions are gone way out the window so far. Pepe crossed in, cleared by Gabriel. It's up in the air. Porto have hit the post. And Porto have missed an absolute sitter. 6 yards out. Oh my God. What a miss. We should be 1-0 down. I thought he was offside. I don't think he was. Kivior on this left-hand side gets cooked. Whips it in. Gabriel, where's the defending? What are you doing, Saliba? You've gone to sleep. That is the miss of the season. How are we not 1-0 down? Crossed in. Gabriel blocks it. Saliba, what are you doing? He hits the post. Volleys it from 6 yards out. Hits the post. The rebound comes back to him. And then he misses from about 4 yards out. Unbelievable. What is Saliba doing? He is completely gone to sleep there. Should be a goal down. And look how easy he got past Kivior. Absolutely horrific. I thought he was offside. He was miles onside. Should be a goal down. Look at that again. Long ball. Ball goes out. Odegaard's doing up cheerleader. Forget all that, bro. We ain't at home. This ain't North London forever. The heritage might be coming back to bite us, people. I don't know what Saliba was doing. Absolutely ball watching. Oh, ref. Ben White, mate. What are you doing? Just pushed him in the back. What? What a miss. Look at Saliba. You've gone to sleep. Hits the post. You're still sleeping. Let him have the rebound as well. I can't believe he missed that. I don't understand what Saliba's doing. William Sleeper, I like that one. Brian said I'd take off Havertz or Trossard, bring on Jorginho. Not enough in midfield to break the lines. This is the problem, you see. We got no bench. Another free kick given on the halfway line. To Porto, foul by Gabriel. We don't have enough on the bench. Looking on that bench, who's going to change the game for you? Maybe ESR, Jorginho. Hey, RSPB, you could be right. This could be just take a draw and get out of there. Forget everything I said pre-match about ending it in one night. Take a draw and go home. Pepe goes long. You got to deal with the pressure. Great touch there by Odegaard. Wins a free kick. We are not doing enough here. We are not doing enough. They are at us. Once they get past our sort of front five of Martinelli, Trossard, Saka, Havertz, once they get at Rice, we're in trouble because Rice is on a yellow and he can't make that challenge on the counter-attack because if he mistimes it, he's off. Second yellow. So, listen, forget the tweets and the talk before the game. This is got smash and grab written all over it. We don't have enough control. We're not creating enough. Look at this. How many 1-2s do you want to play? Gabriel, you're going to get yapped here, bro. Wow, you just about won that free kick. Edge of the penalty area. We got to do better. Wasim said, I did ask if you'd take a draw. I still believe it does feel like pre-Dubai, but I still believe we can do them if we can score. Here's Martinelli. Gets the byline. Great ball in. Headed away. No one's in there. Odegaard. Finds Saka. Be strong. That's a foul. Free kick to Arsenal. Does well there. Come on. You saw the way there Martinelli drifted past their right back. They're the positions we've got to get the team in a lot more. I think that was Wendell, was it there? He just runs into Saka. Clumsy. We've got to get the ball to the wingers a lot quicker. Martinelli breezed past their right back, João Mario. Got the cross in. Didn't have enough people in there. Jorginho should have started. Havertz has no creativity. People have been saying Porto are a mid-table Prem team. Havertz, giraffe header incoming. Well, free kick to Arsenal. I'd take a header from him now. Knock it in the back of the net. Odegaard has come across to take the free kick. These guys have got to do better than this. This is not good enough. 25 minutes into the game. Free kick whipped in. It's poor. Doesn't even beat the first defender. Goes out for a corner. Terrible, terrible delivery. Those fine margins, people. Those fine margins. That is an awful free kick. You got 5 players in the area. You don't beat the first defender. Corner to Arsenal. Let's hope this one's a little bit better. Saka's going to take it this time. We seem tired, huffing and puffing. Someone get them a steak. Someone get them a gold steak at half time. Corner. Come on. Pushing and shoving in the penalty area. Ben White and one of the Porto players getting called across. And we'll take the corner. Big up the perfect 2. Nottingham, Hyson Green in the building. What's good, Big C? 2-0 my prediction. Big up, bro. Big up. Knots crew in the building. Come on, Saka. Look at what this guy's doing to Ben White. It's GBH. You take the tan off him if you carry on. Saka to whip it in swinger. Come on. What is going on here? Manhandling us in the area. Now the goalkeeper's pushing him. Just give us a penalty, VAR. Saka whips in. Great ball. Costa collects it, man. Straight into the goalkeeper's hands. He takes it quickly as well. Don't let that bounce. Good header. Good header. We're going to need some more red stripe. We won't be able to get away with the same antics as we do in the Prem. You're right. You're right. Listen, when you know the refs and they speak to you by name, they might have let Declan Rice off with that first tackle. Oh, listen, Dec, calm down. Don't do that again. They don't care here. We've had 70% possession. We haven't had one shot on target. Penalty spot said wasted corner. We look uncomfortable. There, look, Havertz, poor touch. You got to bring that down, bro. It's not difficult. I would trade Raya for Costa, their goalkeeper. He's very highly rated. I don't really know how good he is. Havertz crosses it in. Nobody there. Need to get more bodies in the area, man. The ball's getting crossed in. Joel said, big up Curtis Odegaard stats versus Ozil. 137, 32, 21. 137, 30, 51. Yeah, exactly. Listen, Odegaard is a very good player. He ain't been in them situations. This guy was at Madrid cooking, mate, with CR7, Ozil. He ain't on that level yet. He's won World Cups. Some of the players aren't doing enough. Declan Rice, long ball, looking for Saka. He does quite well there. Odegaard does well to retrieve it. Saka, good ball into Havertz. Give it. Come on, man! It's a basic pass. Give him the ball. Nah, man, that's such a simple pass. Now you pass it. Martinelli was in space there. How did he not get that ball to him? Passed it straight to the Porto player. Martinelli has got that right back. Now they're doubling up on him. They can see the problem. It's just basics. We are not playing well. We are not looking after the ball well enough at all. Trossard, I've hardly mentioned him. Havertz, Saka, the attack aren't doing anything. Rice, every time the ball's near Rice, I'm nervous. Here's Havertz, finds Odegaard. Come on, even that ball's not great. You force Saka backwards there. We got to do better than this, man. Got to do better than this. Keep the damn ball, bro. Even Saliba there, bro. Move the ball quicker. It's too slow. Somebody said it earlier. This is pre-Dubai Arsenal. The guy's just pulled Trossard back there on the halfway line. Is that not a yellow card then? You can look, just ref, sorry. Ref's like, don't worry, no problem. Kind of glad I'm not watching the game. You're right, David. You're all right. It's a different game. It is different. Here's Declan Rice. Look at that, Deckers. What are you doing? Gives it straight to their player. And look, now you're on the wrong side. Oh, through balls over hit. David Raya collects it. We are sloppy. This is not good enough. This is not good enough. Level's got to be higher than this. I take all of that back. If you can't... They're not playing unbelievable. They press quite well and their transition is good. When they win the ball, they have got some pace. But come on, man. This ain't Real Madrid, Liverpool, Bayern Munich. Well, Liverpool aren't even in it, but you know what I mean. With the heritage of Champions League. Trossard again. Simple pass. Hits it straight at their player. Kivior over the top. Awful. That sums up the first half. We've been absolutely horrendous. Horrendous. This is absolutely terrible, this first half. Honestly, I'm going to have to edit the stream at the end of this and delete all that hype that I had in the pre-match. What are we doing? So many players not getting on the ball. Simple basics. Look at Gabriel. Don't foul him. That's better. Good strength. Havertz not doing enough. I don't even want to single out Havertz. There's a lot of them. A lot of them. They've got to settle into the game. There's 30 minutes gone. Our passing has not been good enough. You've got to be tidy. You've got to be tidy. This is Champions League. Possession is so important. You've got to go there and keep the ball better. Maybe Fabio Vieira would be a good option to bring on. I don't know. He'd be motivated against his old club. Would he be fit enough? I don't know. He knows them well, that's for sure. Still Napoli 0, Barcelona 0. And as I said, Luton are beating Liverpool 1-0 at half-time at Anfield, which would be an unbelievable result. But I'm more concerned about the way Arsenal are playing. Porto, no pushovers. You're right. You're absolutely spot on. Here's Kivior. Honestly, get the ball to Martinelli. Oh, Martinelli, you got to skip him line there. Throw into Arsenal. I'm hoping they can't keep up this intensity because they are pressing very quick. Here's Havertz. Here's Leandro Trossard. What on earth is that? He's drunk. He's absolutely steaming. Stella or Trossard is back in full effect. I mean, listen, I like players shooting from the edge of the area, but bro, you didn't even have proper control of the ball there. He slices it high and wide. He's absolutely steaming. Stella or Trossard back in full effect. Long ball over the top. Ben White, who's made me nervous in this first half. He's done well there. I'll give him that. Finds David Raya. And sometimes you just got to whack the ball long, people. Porto. I tell you what, this game is very much on. Jesus, Ben White. I thought he'd give you the ball straight to him there. Stella or Trossard. Here's Martinelli up against Pepe. Take him on. He's got two players on him now, though. See, they're doubling up on him quick. Keep the ball. Keep the ball. Good ball. Odegaard. Saka. Get at him. Get at him. Take him on. Take him on. Take him on. Up against Wendell. Do something. Step over a trick. 3-star skill moves. 2-star skill moves. 1-star skill moves. Ball hits the crossbar. Flick back in. Oh, it actually went out for a corner, I think. Or is he giving a goal kick? So corner to Arsenal. His cross was deflected. It went behind, hit the top of the bar, but the refs give a corner. Good block, to be fair. Feels like Lon's away. I hope not. Saka has 1-star skill move. Well, it progressively got worse. But anyway, he won a corner. Come on. Let's build. Nearly 4,000 of you in the chat. Big up, people. Can we score from a corner? Make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. 12 minutes till half time. Arsenal have not been great. I got to be honest. We've dominated possession. We've done so little with that possession. No shots on target in the first half. And Porto have missed an unbelievable chance. They've hit the post and they should have scored the rebound as well. So we have to do better. We have to do better. But we have been good from corners lately. Can we score from this corner? Saka in swinger. We need a quality delivery. His last one went straight to the goalkeeper. Keep it away from the keeper. Put a lot of pace on it. They're going crazy in the area there. Ball whipped in, headed wide. First chance of the game for Arsenal. Saliba 6 yards out. I mean, he's under a bit of pressure there. Maybe he should have done better. Porto manager's complaining there was a foul. I mean, he's not even looking at the ball, the guy there, wrestling Saliba. I mean, I'm sorry, people. You need to put VAR on these guys. They're moving crazy. The guy has got his back to the ball. I think, do you know what, people? I'm going to keep it 100. I think Saliba should do better there. The guy is basically on the floor as he goes to head that in. I think he should have made better contact with that. But it is what it is. First half chance of the game for Arsenal. I do not trust this referee one bit. Not one bit. He doesn't seem to want to give us anything. G Shilling said, your commentary's too good, bro. Hey, big up yourself. Cliff said, we are playing a side that has been underestimated. They are better than West Ham, and Burnley fans were giving it large, talking about easy. I mean, listen, I'll be honest. I never said, I'm just saying for myself. I never thought easy, but I thought we could perform a lot better than this. We've been poor. Not poor, but we haven't done enough. Dominated possession, we ain't doing nothing with it. Wow, Martinelli there, you know, he catches him with the elbow. I'm fearful with this ref. Because Martinelli there goes to shoulder barge him. Wow, I mean, I'm telling you now, yeah, honestly. Like, I've seen players get sent off for that, what Martinelli just done. Especially in Europe. Like, I'm telling you, that he's gone to shoulder barge him. But he's caught him with his elbow there. You've got to be really careful. Honestly, this is a different competition. These refs will send you off. They will send you off. These guys know how to manipulate refs. We got to be a bit more streetwise, you know. Got to be a bit more streetwise. Free kick to Porto. I'm actually quite thankful he never booked Martinelli there. I think that was a booking, personally. Free kick to Porto. Ball whipped in. Gabriel clears it. Oh, your hair looks sick. Ball up in the air. Odegaard bullied. Here come Porto. Shot goes over the crossbar. Odegaard, my friend. You have got to be stronger than that. I don't care if you're not a powerful, strong player. I understand that. But the ease with which the guys just barged you to the floor, you can't do that. Nah, man. Do you know what? I can't even say dirty cheats, Kieran, because it's part of football. It's horrible, but it's part of football. Dark arts, they know how to play it. You know, the way they're playing, they'll get one of our players sent off. So we gotta be smart as well. It's what you get in Europe. Porto have possession. I'm one ref's decision away from ripping the shirt. I ain't ripping no shirt, bro. I'm telling you, not in the recession we're in. Porto are complaining about everything. Yeah, they will do. Big up Baker on Twitch said hello from Denmark. Big Arsenal fan here. Bro, we need more than this. No shot on target in 38 minutes. We've dominated possession, but we've asked no questions. Martinelli, don't foul him. Let's work a bit harder. I feel we're not working together. When you press, you've got to press collectively. We're pressing individually. And there again, free kick. These guys are very smart. As soon as they feel contact, they're on the floor, they win free kicks, right? But when you've got the ball, they'll be very aggressive with you, and that's the difference. And they're smart at it. So I have to respect them. I have to respect them. Ball over the top. Ben White does well. So many players for Arsenal are not doing enough in this game, especially the attacking players. You have to do better than this if you want to win the game tonight, which I hope we can. No shots on target for Arsenal, 39 minutes into the game. What that yellow card's done, it's put Declan Rice on the back foot. He probably doesn't want to get forward as much, like South London's Finest said, because you don't want to have to do the recovery run. Oh, Martinelli, man. Loses possession, had a heavy touch. I'm sorry, this is not a good performance. Back here come Porto. Ball drilled across, David Raya collects it. Shot on target. This team needs to wake up. Look at Havertz, casual nature. Does well, wins a free kick. I don't understand the way we're playing. I don't get it. Everything we've done over the last few weeks has been quick. It's been with intensity. We've been dangerous. We've created chances. And everything in this game, as somebody said earlier, this is pre-Dubai Arsenal. Slow, tentative, lacking aggression, a lot of possession with nothing at the end of it. No shots on target. They look more confident. We're lacking control here. Something I've never said probably on this channel, but we might need to bring Jorginho on just to keep the ball and have a bit more control of the game. Because I don't think this system is working. You can't leave Declan Rice by himself while he's on a yellow card when they're hitting us on the break at times. And Rice is in a difficult situation where he knows if I mistime a challenge here and they're on the break, he's going to get sent off second yellow. Here's Odegaard. Find Saka. Come on. Get at him. Some sort of skill, please. Oh, we've gone backwards. Odegaard finds Ben White. Get it in. It's blocked. It's a corner. I really want to see a better cross there. I feel like he shouldn't have even been able to block that. But a little bit better there. Big up Dre said, Curtis, we are playing a real tough, scrappy team. Chill, second half will be better. I hope you're right. Hope you're right. Do you know the thing, Dre? I don't mind if they're stopping us from doing things. And, because they are working hard. But a lot of the mistakes are our own fault. Giving away a simple pass and stuff like that. But anyway, corner, in-swinger. These guys just wrestle our players from corners. One of our players should fall over and get a penalty. Saka whips it in. It's headed away. Comes back to Saka. Good touch. Touch deliver. Get it in. Get it in! Takes too long. Blocked again. Corner. Come on. I'm telling you now, you watch these corners and watch the way they're grabbing our players. They are genuinely wrestling us to the floor at times. None of their players are looking for the ball. You're right. It's the jet lag. That 2.5 hour flight. Look at this guy wrestling Martinelli. Whipped in by Saka. Deep. Back post. Headed down. Look, what's he giving there? A free kick. See what I mean, people? See what I mean, how they play the situation. We've got to be a bit smarter. Corner gets whipped in. They've got 2 players on the floor straight away. Oh, ref, he caught me. Ref buys it, gives a free kick straight away. Look, dark arts all over the place. Havertz actually grabbed him on his head. Porto love the dark arts, man. We've got to be a bit smarter with it, be a bit more streetwise, Long ball upfield. Saliba heads it away. Odegaard gets bullied. What else did you expect? Liverpool have equalised. I was always coming on it. I mean, I'll take a draw. But how long's left? I'm assuming there's quite a... there's still 30 plus minutes left. I'm not going to be... I'm not expecting them to hold on. I hope they do. Van Dijk scored, apparently. 2 minutes till half-time in this game. 2 minutes till half-time. Costa has the ball for Porto. We're playing this game with the mindset that let's go back to the Emirates and beat them at home. And that, to me, is very risky, you know. But it could be one of them nights. Could be one of them nights that you just say, we didn't play well, and you get out of there and you take them back home. But we'll see. We'll see. We definitely can go up another level. This definitely isn't quite enough. Some of you saying, is this true? Some people saying the Liverpool goal was disallowed. No, it's saying, no, I think it counted. Yeah, it counts, yeah. Yeah. Here's Martin Odegaard, minute till half time. You don't often watch Arsenal in a whole half and go, no shot on target. What a ball from Odegaard. Zings it about a yard off the floor. Saka, 1-2. Saka! Oh, it's blocked. Don't foul him. Don't foul him, Ben White. He's going nowhere. That's our ball. Better. Come on. Crazy, innit, that we start to improve a bit just as we're about to go half time. Make sure you hit the likes button. I don't know what we're on the like count, but there's over 4,000 of you in the chat. Let's get 3,000 likes. Easy dubs, people. Here's Odegaard. Come on, be strong, please. He's going to give a goal. Yes, corner. We'll take that. Corner just before half-time. Give us a scrappy header just on half-time. Changes the whole dynamics of the game if we score now. You know, we haven't played terrible, but we haven't played well enough in possession is my thing. We're on 1.1k likes, people. Let's get 2,000 before half-time. 3,000 by the end of the game, at least. Corner, in-swinger. These Arsenal players need to be smarter. Oh, Liverpool are winning 2-1 already, Gakpo. That's game over. This guy, Otavio, he's not even looking at the ball. So how can it be a genuine challenge? He's just grabbing Saliba. Saliba should be saying to the ref, look what this guy is doing to me. Just fall to the floor, win a penalty. Look, Ben White as well. Look, he's wrestling him. Look what he's doing to him. Ball whipped in. Here we go. Oh, Havertz. It's a chance. It's a chance, bro. 6'3", unmarked. Half-time whistle's going to go. There's only a minute added on. What a stinky first half. Again, people, I think Havertz should do better. He ends up heading that with no challenge on him. He should do better there. Hits the side of his head and goes wide. Horror. Listen, if you haven't watched this first half, don't watch the highlights. Don't watch the full half back. All I can say, if you struggle to get to sleep, this first 45 minutes will have you asleep in no time. It is a snore fest. Half-time whistle goes. That's 45 minutes we won't get back. Horrible, horrible first half performance. I don't really understand the performance. I get it. It's Champions League. And it's a team that we can't underestimate. I'm more looking at our performance than the way Porto are playing. Realistically, watching the game, have Porto played that well? Yeah, they worked hard. They've pressed us. They've got in a few dangerous areas. But I'm not watching them fearful of them. I always say I'm not scared of anyone else. It's Arsenal. Arsenal concern me because they do madness at times. And I don't know, it's a very strange first half. Very strange. And I feel a bit more uncomfortable than I felt before the game because I didn't expect to see that performance. I think Havertz should have done better with that header. He ends up unmarked 7 yards out. Ball hits the side of his head. Strange first half. Let's get the tweet out. Felt like a pre-Dubai performance. A bit too slow. And no shots on target. Game is still there to be won. I still think we can win it. We need to improve on the ball. Poor first half. Strange first half. What would you guys do at half time? Would you change anything? Do you go Jorginho? Salt Bay better be feeding Arteta. Need to play quicker, 100%. I always said over the years, the thing that makes English teams win Champions League games is they bring the energy of the Champions League. They bring the energy of the Premier League to the Champions League, and they can't deal with it. We're playing at the speed that Porto probably want to play at. And that's why I think Porto look comfortable against us, which is annoying. We got to go there and change the tempo of the game, you know. 70% possession. And, you know, it's no shots on target. None. 3 off target, 1 on target. They've had 4 shots altogether. Got to do better. Got to do better. Curtis, you jinxed it. This is the worst 45 minutes ever. I was trying to be positive, you know. We're going to beat them. And, you know, then we put in this watching paint dry performance. Big up Why Always Me. White Glove said Martinelli useless. Rice hamstrung by the yellow. So, Martinelli, listen, it's too... The performance doesn't warrant individualising the attack, because what has Saka done? What has Trossard done? What has Havertz done? What has Odegaard done? And what has Martinelli done? The front 5 have done nothing, if I'm being honest. Saka, a couple corners put in, not much else. Trossard had 1 shot, it was terrible. Martinelli went on 1 good run. The other times he's lost the ball. Havertz probably had one of the best chances of the game. Unmarked header 7 yards out. Odegaard's been bullied at times and he's having to drop deep. I do feel sorry for Declan Rice. I think the shape is wrong and I don't think it's working. I don't think we have enough control. I would be tempted to bring on Jorginho. Honestly, in the Champions League, I think maybe all that stuff I was saying before the game, you know, we can win this 2 or 3-0 tonight and blah, blah, blah. You might have to change the game plan. That's the reality of football. I think Arsenal now have got to look at this and say, nick a win, get to the airport and get out of there. Get out of there. Get a win and get home. Yeah, if you offer me a 1-0 win now, I would absolutely take it. I'm sprinting to the airport with that 1-0 because the way we're playing, it doesn't feel like we're going to win this game 3 or 4-0 at all. Doesn't look like we're going to have 3 or 4 shots on target, never mind score. I said before, you will not get away with 2 attacking midfielders week after week after week. There will be certain teams that will catch you in the transition, and Declan Rice, I feel like Declan Rice is in a very difficult situation at the moment because when they hit us on the break, he's isolated. Next to Rice. He's isolated and he's on a yellow card, so that challenge that he wants to put in, he's having to hold back, and this referee seems a bit dodgy. We've been great. Look at the field tilt. Oh, God. The statos will be going crazy. We've dominated the game. Lewis says non-Premier League refs don't like physical football. They don't. They don't. Totally different game, you know. They don't believe in crazy challenges and all them things. And they're playing the ref very well. You can't even complain. That's part of football. Sam said, Curtis, looks like the Porto manager has figured out our tactics. This isn't a game for intricate passes before shooting. Just shoot. Test for Arteta. You're right. Having a good tactical system is one thing. Arsenal play very good football. We've shown that over the past couple of years and obviously at times this season and a large part of last season. But in-game management is totally different. That's what separates Pep, Ancelotti, Klopp, Sir Alex Ferguson, Jose, Wenger, all the greats of now and the past. If the plan that they start with isn't working, they can go, right, let's go for this, and they can still win the game like that. I think where a lot of people have questioned Arteta in Europe is when things aren't working, can you find the plan B that wins you the game? I mean, I'm looking at that Galeno miss. It's outrageous. I don't know what Saliba is doing. He literally just stands still and just watches it. It's like he was watching the stream or something. I don't know what he was doing. The guy right next to him volleys it against the post. He still didn't react. And then he hits it again and misses from 6 yards out. These two headers from Arsenal are actually much bigger chances than you think. Saliba's inside the 6-yard box. Maybe the guy puts him off a little bit, but he should do better. I think this Havertz one, I mean, you've got to hit the target at least. Pepe, Alfred said, Porto are playing a high line. The game needs Jorginho. Rice won't play the ball over the top. Odegaard is out of it. We need another ball player. Well, my friend, that's why we spent 35 million on Fabio Vieira and 65 million on Kai Havertz. But the problem is, does Havertz get on the ball enough and make anything happen? I don't know. Highly Wanted Criminal said, which Pepe is this? No, not that one. They've got two Pepes, right? So they've got the attacking midfielder one, who is decent. But yeah, the centre-back Pepe is the Pepe that you think it is, who you was probably using on FIFA 2012. You know, he's been probably playing for 20 years, actually, maybe even longer. But yeah, we need more. We definitely need more. Is the pitch massive? No, I think it's just the camera angle makes it look huge. We need more. We need more. And listen, as much as the first half hasn't been great, still believe we can win the game if we step it up. But we need to step it up. And I'm intrigued to see if Arteta is brave enough to go for it a little bit. Or do something different. We know he doesn't want to take Kai Havertz off. He wants Havertz on the pitch as long as possible to justify him. And listen, maybe Havertz is not the guy you take off. Maybe you take Trossard off. I don't know. There is a few options. Havertz is not playing well up front. And he hasn't been in the game enough. But I don't know. It will be interesting. For me, Jorginho needs to go and play next to Declan Rice, because Declan Rice is being isolated, and as a defensive midfielder on a yellow card in a single pivot, it's a big ask. Paolo said, hello Curtis, I'm from Portugal. I knew this game wouldn't be easy. Get a draw and get out of there. The Champions League, Porto. Yeah, listen, like I said, man, they do have heritage, even though I was speaking with a whole heap of chest pre-match. The way we're playing tonight, the chest has disappeared real quick, people. I'm a lot more calm now. If you give me a 1-0, I'll snap that up. I'll probably take a draw right now, to be honest. Jeezy said, I got faith we'll improve second half. Just testing the temperature. I hope you're right. One thing I'm hoping is, can they keep up the intensity, Porto? Because they've been very active in the press. You know, you would hope maybe that intensity would disappear. Alan McCoy said Rice didn't need to tackle him. Said it at the start of the game, Greg. I said he didn't need to dive in like that. He went in full on, slide tackle, gone for the ball, missed the ball, gets nutmegged and takes the player. Doesn't even make a lot of contact, but the guy's rolling around the floor. Yellow card. And you're playing with a handbrake on then, aren't you? We haven't had a shot on target, though, is disappointing. And I think the problem you've got is that we have got into a stage over the last few weeks where we can pass, and we're cutting teams apart. Where I think today, because Porto have put up a bit of a brick wall, we actually need to shoot a little bit more and not look for the 1-2s as much. Be a little bit more direct. Listen, 4,750 of you in the chat. We've only got 1,400 likes. Let's get those likes up. 2,000 before the second half starts. Liverpool have scored 3-1 against Luton. Game over. And yeah, listen, did we expect anything different? They gave us a little bit of false hope. But they probably were ahead too early in the game. And yeah, Liverpool 3-1 up. They'll win that game now. Only 19 minutes to go in that. But yeah, listen, it's the Arsenal game we've got to concentrate on. That performance is, needs to improve. You're right, boss. He said, don't underestimate Porto's defensive setup. They have a good structure. You're right. They look solid. Pepe, 40 years of age. playing at centre-back in the Champions League. He turns 41 next week. And look at the dark arts. He runs over to Odegaard, studs him on his foot. Horrible tackle. Goes over to the ref. Sorry, ref, I didn't mean it. Referee doesn't give him a yellow card. The ball gets crossed in. He gets a little flick on his shoulder. He's rolling around the floor. Guess what? Referee gives the free kick. Dark arts clued up. There was people in the chat saying Porto are cheats. They're not cheating. They're manipulating the referee, but they're smart at it. We've seen it over the years. Barcelona used to do it. Real Madrid used to do it. These guys, referees in the Champions League are different. They don't like heavy challenges, physical football. They'll give yellow cards easily. They'll give soft free kicks. Their players are almost rugby tackling our players from corners. I haven't seen one Arsenal player complain to the ref. I haven't seen any of them fall to the floor. I haven't seen anything. They're just standing up, being honest, and you don't want that. I want them to actually be a little bit smarter, get around the referee and tell him what's happening, you know? So we'll see. But this is a big second half for Arsenal. Big second half because they've had the best chance of the game. And they're going to... They're going to... Listen, if you're in that Porto dressing room, you're going to have got belief from that first half. Eric said, cheers to the community. Champs is what we want. Let's go, boys, 100%. El said, typical Arsenal to drop form, shaking my head. Babatunde said, I think two midfielders could have given us stability, yeah. And we spoke about it on the preview yesterday. Should we put Jorginho in for Havertz and have more control? But I think the manager was just thinking, he played well, we'll stick with what we've got kind of thing. Majority of these players are not cut out for the Champions League. It's as simple as that. And obviously the manager is clueless. Wow, the Don's going crazy in the chat. Saliba said this manager probably won't make any subs. Greg said catch you all after the game. Big up, bro. Havertz will be Mikel's downfall, says Al Caesar. Big second half. Big second half, man. I'm telling you. It just shows, don't it, that... And I think somebody said... I mean, Trixie just said it. Yeah, we've been scoring goals in recent weeks. And somebody said it in the chat the other day, you know, Trossard up front. And I said, look, Trossard's very good up front. But you're going to have days where you see that Trossard is not a striker. Do you know what I mean? And you can see that with his back to goal, he can't hold the ball up as well. Today is the day where you wish that we had a Osimhen, an Ivan Toney, whoever, who's going to hold the ball, wait for the two wingers to support and lay it off. We're not holding the ball well enough. So, listen, players coming back out on the pitch. Arsenal 11 is unchanged. And we need to step up. Like I said at half-time, this isn't an individual thing. I'm not here to say this player and that player. It's the collective. It is the collective. There is a number of players that are having, you know, performances that need to go up another level. Cal said, not easy to go to the continent, not robots, chill commentators. I think the thing is, as Arsenal fans, what has happened is over the last few weeks, the way we've been playing, it's given us a lot of hope and belief that this team can achieve something big. Where this makes you question everything a bit is you go, well, if we're going to Porto and we're not really looking great, how would it look if we was in the Bernabeu playing against Vinicius and Bellingham and Rodrigo? How would it look against Bayern Munich, against Sané and Gnabry and Kane? How would, you know what I mean? So that's sort of the thing. But listen, big second half, step it up. Let's just nick this, nick a victory and get out of there. That's all we need to do now. Don't do anything stupid. Fabio Vieira's taking pictures on the bench. Sure the Porto fans like him. They got good money for him as well. He hasn't exactly proved his worth yet. Zidane's headbutt had more skill than Saka's head cheesing, but 5-star skill moves, headbutt straight to the chest. Listen, man, I want to see players running at Pepe, and, you know, he's had an easy first half. And he's 40 years of age, but it's still a lot of experience. Second half about to get underway. Come on, answer those questions, Arsenal. We don't care about the first half if we win this game. Worst case scenario, you get out of there with a draw, which I wouldn't be particularly happy with. But you know, it wouldn't be the end of the world, that's for sure. I'm still here for the win. Second half about to get underway. No changes. He never really makes subs at half time, does he? I tell you, the atmosphere is livened up there as well. Porto fans will be looking at this game thinking they can have a go at us. I don't know what's going on here. There's a slight delay. What's the ref doing? Ref's counting the players. It's not that difficult, mate. We should both have 11. Oh, no, one of their players wasn't out the tunnel. Fair enough. See what I mean? He's even trying to help them out. Just kick off. If the guy ain't out the tunnel, just play, man. It's his fault. Right, we're about to get underway now. Arsenal shooting from right to left against Porto. We are underway. Big 45 minutes. Big up everyone locked in. 4.5K. And let's go. Arsenal have possession. Here's Declan Rice. We have to test this goalkeeper. You cannot go that long without shooting. Throw into Arsenal, edge of the Porto box. Dinashen said Champions League nights are not easy. Need tactics and mentality. All right. Manager's going to have to earn his bread tonight. Martinelli, what's happened there? Ball's gone out. Martinelli as well, man. Sometimes you watch Martinelli and you go, you are probably one of the most exciting players to watch at Arsenal. So good to watch. And then other times you watch him and you think, bro, like, have you got rice pudding in your brain? Because it looks like you play with no intelligence sometimes. Like, he goes from one extreme to the other. Lift your head up and keep the damn ball. You don't always have to run past him. What the hell is that? Oh, is he giving a free? There's a player down injured. Evan Nilsson's down injured for Porto. Kamani said big second half, 100%. They got to show what they're made of. Big up Cooper. I hope you're well. Thank you for the super sticker. What happened here? Saliba sticks his leg out. Ooh, painful one. Looked like he kneed him. Or did he knee him in the top of his thigh? Could be a dead leg. Might have even been knee on knee there, which is very painful. Luckily, Saliba isn't hurt. He's back up, though. Throw into to Porto. Joseph said he should have brought on Jorginho. Manager is not good at subs. Doesn't like early changes. Come on. Simple header there. Come on, Saka. We're not pressing as well. We're pressing individually. You have to press collectively. Kivior does well. Does well. Martinelli fouled there. Are you going to book a Porto player, F, or are they not? What? He's given the free kick to Porto. I don't understand. Still look a bit naive in Europe. Yeah. It takes a different... You know, it's like baking a cake. The recipe's a little bit different. The Premier League is one thing. Yeah, Kivior did foul him before winning the ball. This requires something different. They've got to learn to adjust a little bit. The manager's got to help them. Starts with picking the right team. Porto in possession. When you look at us, look at the way we're pressing. You see one player pressing. You don't see him pressing in groups, and that's how pressing works. Raya has possession for Arsenal. Havertz and Trossard aren't even getting on the ball. No, you're right. But the expectation at Arsenal is different. You know, Martinelli's considered one of our star players. Havertz, the expectation's been on the floor. Trossard obviously is a much better player, but if we're being real, most of his time at Arsenal, he's been a squad player. Saka forced all the way backwards there. Look, they're getting collective numbers around him. Here's Kivior, left-hand side. If you're going to use Martinelli, you've got to get the ball to him quickly when he's in 1v1 situations. Declan Rice caught on the ball. Manages to win a free kick, though. Still, no Porto player booked. We need a refund for Fabio Vieira. Leave him at Porto. I'm with you on that, man. I'm with you. When he's saying bye to everyone after the game, get on the coach and wheel spin to the airport. Get out of there. Get Havertz off now. Yes, I will call it, says Ash. And listen, I got no problem with him coming off. I'm not saying it's his fault, but that setup isn't working. But we'll see. We'll see. 3 minutes into the second half, Arsenal in possession. We dominated possession first half. I'm expecting us to test the goalkeeper a lot more in this second half. A lot more. Saliba slips as he plays the pass there. Rice, heavy touch, man. The basics. Basic mistakes that we are making. And those mistakes are nothing to do with Porto and what they do. Listen, slipping over Saliba, okay, the pitch is wet, you slipped. But, you know, Rice there has a heavy touch, the ball goes out for a throw-in. You don't see this often. It just shows there's a different pressure in the Champions League, especially away from home in unfamiliar circumstances. Throw into Arsenal on the halfway line. I need to see leadership from players now. Odegaard, Rice, Gabriel. These guys need to step up and encourage the boys and talk to them. Ben White throwing on the halfway line. No movement. Who's he going to throw the ball to? Rice clips it forward. Headed up in the air. Porto, it's just so easy. So easy defensively. Keep the ball, Odegaard. Right, come on. Martinelli, get wide early. Come on. I mean, Smith Rowe's just gone out to warm up there. Looks like Jorginho and Eddie Nketiah as well. And Reece Nelson. Look at that. Come on. Come on, man. I know I joke about Trossard in these drunk performances. What kind of a ball is that? Trossard might have to come off. Great defending, Declan Rice there. Gets his body in the way. Clips it up the line. Basic error. Again. I mean, someone said there Rice has been our worst player. I don't think he has. I think he's under difficult circumstances there. Hey, dark arts from Arteta there. Throws the other ball on the pitch so they can't take the throw in quickly. Two of them on the pitch. I think it's been difficult for Rice. The yellow card was his fault. But he's getting exposed. No one next to him. Doesn't want to make the challenge. But yeah, on the ball he hasn't been at his fluent best. But he's won the ball back a few times. Yeah, I always said, didn't I? Imagine bringing Eddie Nketiah on in a big Champions League game, expecting him to change the game for you. Brilliant. That's the Martinelli we're talking about. Right back gets cooked. Was that the right back? It's a yellow card at last. Conceição gets a yellow. I told you, you've got to get the ball quickly to Martinelli. If you take too long, he's not going to be as effective. Yellow card for Conceição. And Martinelli there, too quick, too direct. It's good to see them get a yellow card. Wasim said, Fabio Vieira, the tin of corned beef. It's not what you want, but it will do. Get him on. Finally, a yellow card. And Shawnee said, I need Arsenal to win for my bet of £785. Not looking good. Not great. But you never know. Free kick to Arsenal. Free kick to the Gunners. Big up Sam a lot. Greetings from St. Martin in the Caribbean and said we'll win. Here we go. Martin Odegaard whips it into the area. It's a terrible cross again. Doesn't beat the first defender. And then even the pass back to Saliba you've overhit. It's gone from our free kick to Saliba in our own half. Being pressed. Do you know what I mean? We end up back with David Raya on the edge of our own box. Smashes it long. Havertz does well there. Just by jumping, you put him off. This is where Martinelli's effective. Take him on. Take him on. Skin him. Done him. Whips it in. Pepe heads it in the air. He's 40 years of age, lads. Odegaard on the volley. It hits our own player. Trossard, he's steaming, I'm telling you. He's been to a brunch. He's drank as much as he could for 2 hours. He's steaming. Need a bit of magic from Saka. We're waiting for it. Where's the star boy tax, man? Here he is. Drifts inside. Good ball there. Give it to Martinelli. Give it him, Kivior. What are you waiting for? Take him on. Two against him now. Oh, my God. What is that? I told you. I told you. 20 seconds ago, he looked like Rivaldo. 20 seconds later, rice pudding with jam in the middle. What kind of cross is that? I told you. From one extreme to the other, it's Pinky and the Brain. It's Pinky and the brain. But you remember them cartoons back in the day. 1 minute he's got a brain, the next minute it's Pinky. I don't know what's going on. Oh, my days. But I wouldn't take him off because at least there is a bit of magic there. Trossard needs breathalyzing. I don't know what he's doing. And Havertz, I don't know what he's playing at. Here's Rice. Be careful, you get skipped. We're in trouble. Right-hand side. Back heel. Wow, he overplayed there. If he'd have played it. Look at Trossard. Done well to get a free kick there. He looked like he was falling over. Free kick in our own half. Oh, dear. It's the wind. It's the wind, I'm telling you. It's too windy over there. People said we don't need Mbappe. Listen, I don't want to say... You see why I said Martinelli and Saka for Mbappe, they'd be on the first flight to France? I told you, I'd probably give the training ground for Mbappe. They could have about 8 of our players for him. Here's Saliba. It was not been great tonight, I'm going to be honest. Martin Odegaard gets the ball out wide to Martinelli. Come on. That's better. Just keep the ball. You don't have to run at him every single time you get it. Odegaard finds Havertz. Now give it him. Bit of game intelligence, my friend. There we go. Keep the ball. Havertz whips it in. That's all right. Sometimes you just got to build your way into the game. You can't always, you know, he's like the Tasmanian devil, like 100 miles an hour all the time. Slow down and keep the ball. Is that a corner to Arsenal? Yeah, corner. Declan Rice to take it. In swinger. Pre-Dubai Space Jam moments. I'm telling you, this is Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny settings today, man. I don't know what's going on. These are the days we miss Jesus and Zinni's passing. You're right. You're right. Jesus actually playing well in the Champions League. In swinger, Declan Rice to take it. Jorginho giving him instructions there. Don't know what he's telling him. Please just one of these players fall over and get a penalty. Rice clips it to the back post. That's unbelievable. Oh, my days. Trossard volleys it over the crossbar. Did Jorginho tell him to take that corner? He actually might have. Trossard, mate, you are absolutely steaming. What a ball that is from Declan Rice. Great corner. I told you, somebody said earlier he's been our worst player. He hasn't been great, but he hasn't been our worst player. Trossard is steaming. Here's Havertz. Finds Martinelli. Great tackle by Pepe. I mean, he's a pensioner. Look at him. He's having a great game as well. We are making 40-year-old Pepe look like prime Pepe at Real Madrid next to Ramos. He's nearly double the age. Kivior's been absolutely cooked, seasoned, cleaned him, cooked him, and served him. Nutmegged, yellow card. That twerk merchant, megged all over the place. Simple nutmeg. So that's all I've been asking for off Saka. Just drop that on someone every now and then. It's not even difficult, mate. Megged, rugby tackles him, yellow card, free kick, shocking. Simple stuff. Now this is dangerous. Making 40-year-old Pepe look like a world beater at centre-back. Free kick. Anything can happen in this situation. In swinging free kick. Wendell to take it. Left foot. He'll whip this in. Pepe and Arteta are the same age. It's crazy. Our manager's the same age as their centre-back. Wendell will whip this in. I do not like the look of this. That near post, I think he's going to shoot. That is one of the worst free kicks I've ever seen. He puts it out for a goal kick. Oh, my days. This is a hard game to watch. I got to be honest. It's not a good game. It's not very enjoyable. I don't really know where we're going with this performance. But as I said, I'll take a horrible 1-0. Come on, Martinelli. Skin him. Skin him. Wins a throw-in. We definitely got to make changes. But who do you bring on? 4-1 to Liverpool. No one should be surprised. The game's over anyway. It was over ages ago. Pepe heads it out. Is that a corner? Martinelli. Does well, does he? Kivior, don't you dare get sent off. Don't do anything to him. Don't foul him. What is wrong with this guy? He's in the corner near his own penalty area with his back to goal. And you just push him in the back. The lack of game intelligence is outrageous from some of these players. I would be absolutely going mental if I was the manager. Lewandowski scored for Barcelona. That's a big goal. 1-0 away against Napoli. Big goal. Harvey Elliott got the goal for Liverpool. Just the game intelligence is lacking. Here's Saka, you 1v1. You 1v1 with him. What is that? What is that, man? I told you, listen. I want people to know I've got so much respect for Saka. But nobody can tell me this guy's game has not got to go up to another level. This is why I'm not giving him the world-class tag yet. I'm just not. I'm sorry. You got to do better in situations like that. It's so basic. He just gets the ball and whacks it across. Why can't you go at him and give him a skill drop or shoulder? Do something, man. Game is crying out for J20 and Vieira. Even ESR, I think you could get 2 or 3 players on. Look, Havertz, wow. Caught him with his arm there. Ref, calm down. He wasn't even looking at him. So, I mean, catch one of their players. They're on the floor. They're getting around the ref. Ref, how come that's not a red card? When we're getting fouled, we ain't saying nothing. Need to be smarter, man. Subs are needed. Subs are needed. Maybe ESR, maybe Jorginho. Definitely got to take people off. There ain't enough on the bench. I mean, he has caught him with the arm. I don't think he's aware of him being there. He's probably just gone to hold him off. But look, anything, little foul, they're rolling around the floor. Have Arsenal got one player that's generational? They've got potential generational talents. None of them are at that point yet. Saliba, Saka, Rice, they've all... But they're not at that point yet. I just don't think they've done enough yet. You got to do it in these pressure cooker situations. Havertz got a yellow card. Not yet. Arsenal have possession. Odegaard, he's on the floor. Just rolls over. Please, man. For a captain, this guy's got to be so much stronger. Here he is on the ball. Give us something. That's better. Oh, nearly. Looks for Saka. What a boring game, by the way. Like, come to think of it, 61 minutes gone. Look, players getting megged again. Rice, don't foul him. Don't foul him. Fouls him. Whew. Now, ref said throwing. I thought Rice could have got... I thought that ref was going to run over them. You see, as soon as Rice puts a challenge in, they're all, hey, ref. They're looking to get him sent off. Strange game. Really strange game, this. Kivior has the ball. Bring J20 up. Very underwhelming. Very, very. Come on. Havertz wins the ball. Give it him. You can see him. Ref, that's a yellow card. Nico, is it? He's been booked. 16. Yellow card for him. Second yellow. Nico Gonzalez. A little pull on Havertz. See, when we get in those situations there, counter-attack, they'll just take it in turns. You foul him, yellow card. Next one fouls him, yellow card. They won't allow you to get those attacks going, you know. Makes a difference that the Porto manager has actually played in big games. Yeah, he understands it. Declan said I'd take a 1-0. 100%. Inexperience in a big hostile European away game showing. Yeah, listen, we got through the group quite easily, didn't we? So maybe now, you know, this is the most difficult away game we would have had. Havertz on a yellow card. Look at the guy diving on the floor trying to get Havertz sent off. Ref says no foul. Martinelli, great touch. Ah, has he got there? No. Good defending. He skipped Pepper. Now, to me, that referee should be booking that guy because Havertz never touched him. And he's rolling around on the floor trying to get him sent off. Look at him. He's still on the floor. There's nothing wrong with him. Nothing wrong with him at all. But I told you, they will try and manipulate the ref. Or is it the second guy? I mean, Martinelli was unlucky there. Got past Pepe. Touch was a bit heavy. Dinashen said when Chelsea played Porto, Thomas Tuchel played rough and won. Yeah, I mean, he had some animals in his team at Chelsea, though. He would have probably had... Was Rudiger there them times? They had some beasts in their team, you know. We haven't got many of them, unfortunately. What like, where's the foul, bro? You put more effort into jumping to the floor than the actual challenge. Horrible to watch, but it is part of the game. We're not used to it in the Prem. So when we see it, we think you're a cheating disgrace, but they are taught to play football like that. Now, there's no away goals. Rudiger, Aspilicueta and Kante. Yeah, exactly. They knew how to, you know, go through battles if they had to. 64 minutes gone. Still no substitutions for Arsenal. Looking on the bench. Jorginho, maybe... Smith Rowe. Trossard's had an awful game. Absolutely awful. Pulls the defender to the floor there. He's been terrible. Absolutely terrible. Yeah, he hasn't done anything in this game. And this is the day. Today shows we desperately need a striker in the summer. Because he hasn't held the ball up at all. Because he's not a striker. And he'll have days like this. When we're good and we're dominating, Trossard will look like a dream. But when you're under pressure and you need him to hold the ball. Look here, long ball up front. He ain't even going to challenge Pepe for it. Come on, Odegaard. Saka's made the run. Come on, Bukayo. Drive. You're 1v1 with him unless the other guy comes over. I'm sorry. That is absolutely awful, Bukayo. How on earth are you giving that ball away under no pressure? Here come Porto. Good defending, William Saliba. Great defending. Couldn't do him. Awful from Saka. Absolutely horrific, that pass. Under no pressure. Just gives it away. Honestly. So poor in possession, Arsenal, tonight. Basics. You just give the ball sideways and get us caught on the break. And that's where they're good on the break. They're in transition. They're quite quick. But great defending there from Saliba. That's the best thing he's done today, to be honest. We've now got Havertz, Rice, both on yellow cards in our midfield. Ball whipped in. Great defending Saliba again. Martinelli, see, you're trying to turn him in a position that you shouldn't be doing that. Control the ball and set it to someone. Porter, I tell you, this game's up in the air. Havertz, you're in trouble. He's rolled him. Shoots over the bar. Great defending. Goes out for a corner. We're rocking here. You're right. Kivior, Havertz, Declan Rice. Look how lazy that is from Kivior. Can see Havertz getting done. Doesn't come across and help him. Havertz can't do anything. I thought this guy was just going to fall over here and try and get a penalty. Conceição, is it again? No, Pepe. That Pepe for them, the attacking player, looks quite good. Corner whipped in. It's flicked on. Goes out for a goal kick to Arsenal. Please, Mikel, make some changes. Your left back, your defensive midfielder, and one of your attacking midfielders are all on yellow cards in a hostile atmosphere with a referee that looks like he's willing to book people. You need to make changes. We've got 23 minutes to go. You've got decent players on the bench that can affect this game. Not many of them, but there's a couple. Here's David Raya, goal kick. He'll probably make one with about 10 minutes to go. You know he doesn't like the early changes. They're letting off smoke bombs and all sorts now. Porto. Here's Saliba. Terrible. Told you, nobody can tell me that we have played well tonight. The basic mistakes that we have made in this game, I have not seen from Arsenal in a long time. Letting the ball go under your foot and go out for a throw-in. Misplacing passes. Heavy first touch. Such basic mistakes that we have made in this game, honestly. If we get out of here with a draw, I think we've done all right because we've played poor. But it's so frustrating because I feel like if we actually stepped up a little bit, we could have maybe got something out of it. David Raya kicks it long. Martinelli, good tackle there, Declan Rice. Here's Martin Odegaard. Too many players have not done enough in this game. Nowhere near done enough. What is that? What on earth is that, mate? You just kicked the ball out for a throw-in. I think was that Ben White? Ben White. Awful. Absolutely awful. Just kicked the ball out for a throw. There's Martinelli. Wow, he wins the ball. I thought he was going to get booked there. Great tackle on Pepe. Come on. Saka, we need some of these big players to turn up. These are the nights you've got to turn up. You're right, Cello. Arsenal still have 0 shots on target. Unbelievable. 68 minutes into the game. Here's Ben White, who I don't think has been great tonight. There you go. That sums up his performance. Overhits it. Trossard can't reach it. Get some of these guys off the pitch. I've got no idea how we have got the same 11 players on the pitch. It's unbelievable with this performance. Jorginho's running back in. Come on, here's Odegaard. We got a chance here. The ball was there. 2v1 there. Kivior. We're so slow in possession. Listen, it is crunch time. The last 20 minutes of a game, a goal here, either way, changes the whole dynamics of this tie. Odegaard, you're going to get yapped if you don't move that. Kivior. Great ball. Great ball. Come on, Havertz. No, he overhits it. Overhits it. Ah, dear. Costa has the ball. You've got to get at least 2 players off. Don't foul him, please. He's going nowhere, Saliba. He'll fall on the floor as soon as he gets a chance. There we go. Said it before it even happened. It's not. You don't need to be a rocket scientist, mate. The man is facing his own goal, going nowhere. You push him in the back and give him a free kick. It makes no sense. Just stand there and say, where you going, mate? Where you going? 65% possession, no shots on target. They've got a 40-year-old at centre-back who is absolutely cruising through the game. He slipped. That's not a foul. Not a foul, ref. This ref has bought everything, but they're very clever, these lot. Very clever. Look at that. Man's Cruyff turning Odegaard. Look, little contact. Oh, on the floor. Fall on the ball. Ref gives the free kick. They've been smart. Ball over the top. Looking for Trossard. Come on. Poor touch. Pepe's going to yam you, bro. Watch this. Oh, you done all right there. You want to throw at least. Come on. We need more. Yeah, you're right. This is why you need a Haaland type. That big guy holds the ball up. You bring people into play. We lack that. We could do with... I'm not saying Gabriel Jesus is that player, but he looks after the ball well up front, and he is a natural striker. Jorginho is coming on. Probably should have happened 20 minutes ago, but it is a corner to Arsenal. Nervo said, this is BS. Stayed up late. It's 4 a.m. to see this boring Arsenal. Ivan Toney would Cello said get Ivan Toney. Corner anyway. Declan Rice in swinger. Can we score from a set piece? Keeper flicks it away. Still no shot on target. And they clear. We end up all the way back on the halfway line. 72 minutes. Porto deserved the win. Run back to the Emirates. Champions League is not for us. Nah. I'm not going that far. I'm not happy with the performance, though. I'm not happy with the performance. Gabriel Magalhaes. Here come Arsenal. We have the ball. Can we create something? Is this goalkeeper going to make a save tonight? Give it to him. There we go. Big up the wheel. Oh, so said it. It's his birthday. Happy birthday. Saka. Ben White on the overlap. Ben White whips in. It's blocked. Corner to Arsenal. Come on. Just a scrappy header from a corner, man. Win 1-0. Get out of there. Come on, man. Come on. Arsenal. 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 Come on. I'd like to see a couple changes made. Who's he going to take off? Don't take the easy option. He's taking Trossard off. I mean, listen. I knew he would try and keep Havertz on the pitch. And Trossard has been poor. I would imagine he's going to put Havertz up front. I would imagine that's what will happen. I knew if he had the choice, he would take Trossard off before Havertz. But I'll be real. Trossard's been poor as well. They've both been poor. There's no real defence of any of them. So Trossard's off and Jorginho's on. Havertz will go up front. Jorginho will play next to Declan Rice. I would like to see another couple of changes, to be honest. One isn't enough. Victor Osimhen has equalised for Napoli. 1-1. The two strikers have scored. See, nights like this, you need a striker. Saka whips in the corner. Referee says, hold on. Don't you dare give a free kick to them. Look, they're players on the floor straight away. Dark arts all night long. Pepe's moaning at the ref. See, I told you people, on nights like tonight, Champions League, tight game, away from home, you need a quality striker. Who scored for Barcelona? Lewandowski. Who scored for Napoli? Victor Osimhen, people. You know what I mean? And that's what you'll get. Ben White, I don't know, clipped the goalkeeper's foot, but he's rolling around on the floor. It's different when they're rugby tackling our players. Come on. Don't foul them. They are looking for any excuse to fall to the floor. In fact, you should fall to the floor and try and win a penalty. Look, he's grabbing Havertz already. Grabbing Martinelli, grabbing Ben White. Saka whips in, keeper collects. I'm sorry, but Saka tonight has not been good enough. Don't you dare give a free kick for that. He wasn't getting that. They were going to hit us on the break there straight away. Throw into Arsenal on the halfway line. Player ratings are going to be interesting tomorrow. I tell you, there's some strange performances here, man. Some real strange performances. It has. The game's been really boring. Martinelli with the flick on, looking for Havertz. Pepe clears it. Pepe rolling back the ears here, man. Header from Gabriel out for a throw in halfway line. Terrible. No shots on target. Here's Saka. Looks for Havertz. Good touch. Come on. Oh, it's awful. Yeah, come on. Come on. Jorginho gives it away. Shocking. I don't know what these guys have been doing in Portugal, mate, but they have been so bad. This guy's just come on and now he's giving the ball away. Honestly, you're spot on, Josh said. I just need a scrappy goal. Just hit someone's kneecap, bobble underneath the goalkeeper's arm, and roll over the line in the 91st minute, and we'll just get out of here and say, job done, you know. But this performance has been crazy. I think the biggest positive for Arsenal tonight is that we're actually not losing, is the biggest positive, because they've had the best chance of the game. It was a clear opportunity. We haven't even had a shot on target. It's unbelievable. Martinelli gives it away. Stupid football again, my friend. Look, Pepe's scooping the ball over people. I can't believe what I'm watching. Here comes that other Pepe. This Pepe's good, by the way. Well, just as I say that, he puts the ball out for a goal. Nearly a goal kick. Raya collects it. Come on, Arsenal, man. 14 minutes to go. You've been poor. You're going through the motions, but just produce something. We were supposed to be the favourites for this game. The goalkeeper hasn't even made a save. Salman said, I need another Dubai trip. Scrap the red stripe. We need gold steak. Abdullah said, Big C, I'm only watching the watch along. Have I missed anything? You've missed absolutely nothing. And don't bother with the highlights or anything unless something good happens in the next 13 minutes. Plus time added on. Here's Jorginho on the halfway line. I've waited the whole game for Arsenal to improve the intensity level, and it still hasn't arrived. It just hasn't arrived. I retract my 3-0, bro. I might have to edit the live stream. The stuff I was saying at the start of the game, before the game, I'm a madman. I apologise in advance. I got carried away with the Premier League form. I have to remember, we got knocked out to Olympiacos and Sporting Lisbon and in the Europa League, so my expectation was high, maybe too high. Here's Saka, please, come on, something. Somebody just shoot and hit the target. Odegaard finds Saka. It's a poor pass by Odegaard. You've pushed him into the corner. Saka. It's just like we get in attacking situations and we end up back on the halfway line. Here is Saka. Great touch. Odegaard, you're going to get yammed. Corner. We've had a lot of corners here, to be honest, but Saliba, Rice, Gabriel, Havertz, Ben White, they're probably the big lads. Get them in. One of them. 6 yards out. Nod it in the corner. Let's get out of there. Porto making a change. Porto making a change here. I'm not sure who it is. Every corner that Saka puts in, the keeper collects it. Saka to take it. Come on, be strong, be aggressive. Don't foul them. Let them foul you, if anything. Get a penalty. Keeper's coming for it again, gets his hand on it. And again, he gives them a free kick. Every time. I've realised Arsenal, we're not street smart yet. We're not clever, man. Get your hands off him. Like, they're going to fall to the floor every time we have a corner. They're having a wrestling match. They fall to the floor, free kick, and we just don't get anywhere. It's our corner. It ends up being their free kick. It's horrible. It's absolute. This game's been awful. This guy Jamie's coming on. Listen, Al, I don't rate the ref, but this is what you get in Europe. You shouldn't be surprised that, you know, instead of trying to do what you do in the Premier League, understand what this ref's going to do. Not from the roads, man. I'm telling you, these men didn't play football in the street. Concept said, started with the Rice booking when we wasn't looking. Feel like we came for a draw. It does feel like that, which is unfortunate. But listen, the way we've played, I can't even be upset if we draw. Because we've been poor. Genuinely been poor. 80 minutes gone. No shot on target is just unbelievable. I don't think I've ever seen Arsenal go that long. Goal kick to Porto. Come on. Just nick a late goal and we'll keep it moving. We've only made one change. Which is interesting. When you got ESR, Fabio Vieira on the bench. Rice there. Gets caught. Don't foul him. Havertz is currently up front. Which, I mean, tells you why we desperately need a striker. Trossard put in that stellar Trossard performance, the drunk performance. Good header by Gabriel. Finds Martinelli. Has a poor touch. The second touch is a lot better. Third touch. Ref tells him to get up. Told you, Martinelli, mate, at times. Absolutely. At times brilliant, at times awful. And listen, not just him. Saka tonight, done nothing. Done nothing. Havertz, nothing. Odegaard, nothing. That whole front five have been non-existent tonight. They've given us nothing. We have the ball back, though. Saliba in the Arsenal half. 9 minutes to go. Plus time added on. Can we get a late winner? We have not played well, but if we got out of here with a 1-0, it would be a very much a positive considering the performance. Cup football is more... Oh, Jorginho, he's come on twice, give the ball away. Puts out for a throw-in. I don't know what is going on here, honestly. I don't know what is going on. Bring on Reece Nelson to smack it top corner, if only. Why not give him a run-out, though? You got nothing to lose. The other guys aren't playing no better. Give him $100,000 a week contract. Trust him. Give him 10 minutes or whatever. Simple passes, giving it away. Ben said, glad I'm not watching this stinker of a game. Commentary is always legendary. Bro, I've tried. Dubai ball, said SLD. Harry said, I think we're playing for a draw. It's a shame, though. Because I don't think Porto have been amazing, but then neither have we. Although I'll take that back because they're playing some nice football. And on the attack, don't foul him. Wow, Declan Rice, you nearly caught him there. 2v1. Up against Kivior. Rayo, you got to catch it. Well done, David. Come on. Come on. Let's hit him on the break. Odegaard, pick the pass. Come on. Got to get numbers forward. Lift your head, Martinelli, please. Don't mind that. Just keep the ball. Saka, make the run. Can we hit them on the break? We have played this game in slow motion, honestly. Great ball. Look at that, Martin Odegaard, man. We're waiting all night to get into them situations and the ball goes underneath his foot. Absolutely dreadful. You're going to need to be 18 plus to watch player ratings tomorrow because it's going to be like a horror show. Look at that ball from Martinelli. Havertz don't want to challenge, on a yellow card, knows he'll get sent off. We've been absolutely awful. Awful, people, honestly. Ben White, good header. How can we go 83 minutes of a game without a shot on target? That is just ridiculous. They're bringing on another 2 players. They're doing back heels. They're enjoying themselves. Pepe. 40 years of age, rolling back the years, looking like Real Madrid Pepe. Not a single shot on target. Esmond said we've been disgusting. ASR for Martinelli. You could take off 5 or 6 players. I can't believe with 6 minutes to go, we've only made one change. He could have brought easily another 2 or 3 off. Maybe I know there aren't great options on the bench. How is ESR not getting a run out in a game like this? Oh, dear. Tony Martinez comes on for Evan Nielsen. And who's this guy? Who's the guy coming on? Yeah, it's frustrating, man. Conceição comes off for Borges. So a few more changes for them. Only one change so far for Arsenal. Don't forget to put a disclaimer for the player ratings. You're right there. I might need one. Avin. Newcastle's next, no subs, exactly. The thing is, you question it. You think, well, Martinelli, heavy touch. You think, well, you gave ESR a new contract, number 10 shirt. You don't trust him. You gave Reece Nelson 100 grand a week. You don't trust him. So, you know, what was the point in giving these guys contracts? Good tackle, Declan Rice. Odegaard's fouled. Saka looks for Havertz. Poor. Is it a free kick? Is it a corner? It's got to be a corner then if it ain't a foul. Corner to Arsenal. Rick said I'm falling asleep. Sullivan said these match clips are going to be tough to make. Bro, I'm not sure there's going to be anything there, man. It could be empty. Number 14 on the bench and moves 29 up front. If that doesn't tell you something exactly. What's the point in our bench when we... what did Ash say there? I missed that one. Sorry, Ash. Said, what's the point in our bench at all when we don't bring anyone on? He doesn't trust them. But he kept most of them. Shay said it's the Red Sox. The Red Sox are putting us off. We usually play in White Sox. Listen, corner to Arsenal, 4 minutes to go. Another chance. The thing is, every corner we've had has led to a free kick to them. One of their players falls over and they get a free kick. Why don't we fall over and try and get a penalty? Saka whips it in. That's better. Flicked on. No one at the back post. Kivy, or you just stuck your leg out. He's going to foul him. He's skinned him instead. He's going to get sent off if he fouls him here. Oh, man. He could have got a second yellow for that. Where's the ref running off to? He's lucky there. Free kick on the halfway line. You know what? He's lucky not to get a second yellow there. Jerome said, Big C, I've been watching your streams for about 2 years. I hear the same criticism of Saka and Martinelli. Is it poor coaching? Could be. Remember, we heard when Arteta got the job that apparently he's amazing with wingers. He took Sterling and Leroy Sané to the next level. That was the story that they put out at Manchester City. He was a game changer with the wingers. I mean, Martinelli and Saka have improved, of course, but I just feel like, yeah, we're at the point where we're saying we need to see the growth and the maturity, you know. Saka in 1v1s seems very predictable. Martinelli at times doesn't lift his head up. Free kick on the halfway line. 2 minutes to go in this game. Let's be honest, it's been an absolute snorefest. I feel for anybody who's watched this game tonight. It's been horrific. Latte, big up, bro. He said Arteta history and second legs will be PTSD. Because now what you've done with this performance, even though a lot of people were going, you know, getting back to the Emirates, with a draw, you've turned this into a shootout. It's a one-off game. Oh, my God, I better not even say nothing. Ben White, don't pull him, mate. You don't need to foul him. The lack of intelligence of these players tonight has been unbelievable. What you've done, you've turned it into a one-off shootout at the Emirates, which is going to be crazy pressure. And as I said, in Europe, all it takes is a red card, a bad challenge, VAR, you catch someone a bit high, and all of a sudden you're 1-0, you're one player down at home in a one-off game. It's crazy. This performance has been awful. This performance has been awful. Free kick to Porto. They're making another change. They've made about 5 changes. We've made 1. This is an awful performance. Listen, if we get out of here with a draw, I think we're lucky at the moment. Like I said, if a team plays really well and stops you from playing, sometimes you've got to take that and just say, you know what? It is what it is. But what's disappointed me in such a big game is the basic errors. Free kick whipped in. I don't think any Arsenal fan can watch this performance and be happy with it. Yeah, we don't need to have an absolute meltdown. The game would still be in our hands if we go back with 0-0. But the performance has been a strange one when you look at the form that we've been in. You know? No shots on target after 90 minutes is unbelievable. I'm not sure I've ever seen it. I'm not sure I've ever seen Arsenal go through a whole game without a shot on target. And that's not reactionary. Here's Saka. I'd just shoot from 45 yards out. That's a free kick. That should be a yellow card. Wiped him out there. I'd just shoot with this free kick just so that we get a shot on target. Nah, listen, in all seriousness, it's 35 yards out. Cross it in. I did say I will take a scrappy goal 91st minute. We're about to hit the 91st minute. 4 minutes added on, so you've only got 3 more minutes of this painful, terrible match to watch. But I would love a shameless, scrappy goal now from this free kick. One decent delivery. Every time we get a set piece, it seems to end up with a free kick to them. That one of their players falls down and they end up with a free kick. Listen, let's see. Rice and Odegaard over the ball. Probably, 2.5 minutes to go by the time they take this free kick. One big header from one of the big centre-backs. Winners the game. Last minute. Rice, that's a great ball. Gabriel heads it over. That's the chance. That was the chance. Last week I said there's teeth and hairlines everywhere. Not today, I'm afraid. Decker's nose. That's why the grimace. That's a great ball. Beckham Rice, I was calling him last week. It's a great ball in. They haven't even showed a replay of that. I feel like Gabriel should have done better. I tell you what, that game in a couple of weeks' time will be very nerve-wracking. 0-0, man. Just, it's a shootout, innit? One game. Saka trying to win the ball back gets turned way too easily. Don't do anything stupid here. 90 seconds to go. Porto have the ball. Up against Ben White. Whipped in. Raya. Well done. Good catch. Good concentration. Come on. Come on. Let's hit them on the break. Late goal. Are we actually going to go a whole game of football without a shot on target? I've never seen this ever. I can't remember this ever happening to Arsenal. Imagine doing a watch-along. You don't even have a shot on goal. It's incredible. Look at that again, look. Poor first touch from Gabriel. Does win the ball back, but it's just a poor, unnecessary touch. Raya with that bad kick there. Porto have the ball. Takes on 2. Rice, great turn. Then he gives the ball away. 50 seconds to go. Porto on the attack. Skips Declan Rice. Martinelli gets the ball back. Martinelli gives the ball away. It's been this performance, I will not be dressing this performance up. Shot! They've scored! I'm done. You're a joke. You're an absolute joke. I knew it, these frauds. Bends it in the top corner. Game over. End the stream, Dave. Lock it off. I'm turning the stream off. I should turn it off. He's looped it in the top corner. Game over. I can't even get mad. They're a joke. You're an absolute joke. People were telling me to calm down in the chat. How do you explain that one? How has David Raya got the ball curled around him from about 30 yards out? I thought he was going to catch it. There was no power in it. There you go. Arteta in Europe, I'm afraid. Arteta in Europe. This is horrific. 1-0, game over, 93rd minute winner. We got what we deserve, people. Go to Portugal, you don't even have a shot on target. Look at this. Does anyone want to close the shot? Rice, are you going to close it? What's David Raya doing there, bro? How has that gone in? Don't get me wrong, yeah, he's curled it. Why are you so far out? He's 6 yards out. I'm sorry, man. For me, David Raya is too small. I said 3 or 4. I said he was a midget. A big goalkeeper tips that wide, it goes out for a corner. He can't reach it. 6 foot tall. I'm taller than David Raya. I would have tipped that wide. Now look, we're scrambling. 1-0 at home, Champions League. Heritage has got the better of us. Here's Odegaard. Shoots, not on target. You're an absolute disgrace, Arsenal. You're an absolute disgrace. No shots on target. Nobody turned up. No shots on... You're a joke. You're an absolute joke, the lot of you, mate. Now you got to absolutely put in one hell of a performance. Oh, my God. Seriously, how did that shot go in? There you go, full time. Game over, we've lost. Cheers. Telling me to calm down in the comments, yeah, that people were. Oh, calm down. All right, now we've been beaten 1-0 by Porto. Last minute, bent in the corner. I don't even know who scored the goal. Absolutely shocking. David Raya. Should Raya not save that? Done. Heritage got the better of us. They clipped me. They clipped Arsenal. Deserved it as well. They deserved to beat us. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm sorry, but listen. They deserved to lose that game. They deserved it. Deserved to lose it. Listen, and I'm with you. Don't panic. Yeah, we can beat them at home, but hold on. What the hell was that performance you've just seen tonight? I was actually going to say David Raya has probably been our best player. I'm sorry, he should save that. He's too small, he can't reach it. Ben White, rubbish today, couldn't keep the ball. Kivior got megged and booked. Gabriel and Saliba were okay. Saliba was sloppy at times. Should have cost us a goal. Rice did okay. The yellow card held him back. Odegaard, Havertz, Saka, Martinelli, Trossard, non-existent. Front five did nothing. Absolutely nothing. Arsenal Therapy will be back tomorrow. Arsenal Therapy is back tomorrow. We're there again. Here we go again. Same old-ish, dog, just a different day. Yeah, we're there again, people, I'm afraid. You know what I mean? We're there again. Crazy. You want to come on? Give us a little review? He's wearing the Arsenal dressing gown. You might want to take that off. Man's staying up, you know what I mean, to watch that. Look. Represent him, but you might not want to after that. Need you up front, bruv.
I know.
What was that performance? Can we beat him second leg at home?
I'm not sure.
The thing is, yeah, like, if they were to go 1-0 up at the Emirates, we're all over the place. We're 2-0 down. Wow. Question marks over Arteta there, aren't there?
Yeah.
Subs were poor as well. Player ratings tomorrow could be a bit dodgy.
1 out of 10 Kai Havertz.
If that. See you tomorrow. Arsenal is a disgrace in Europe. Need to do better, says Dinershen. That's an understatement, bro. 90 minutes, no shot on target. Imagine we go to Madrid and the other heritage clubs. My Newcastle ticket is going on the exchange. I don't blame you. I'm saving my Saturday night. King Gunner, I'm going bed. Waste of my time. Disgraceful. David said, undone by another lob. What the French toast. Bro, I told man about this small goalkeeper, you know. Dr. Curtis, Arsenal Therapy tomorrow, 2 p.m. I can't believe it. I'm actually shocked, you know. I didn't even shout or anything. It was just, that was the whole game's been strange. The whole game has been strange. Just didn't feel like we were ready for it. We're allergic to Europe. We're like Brexit. We left Europe, man. 0 shots on target. Disgraceful performance. Let's get the tweet out. Grenades all over the place. Made a 40-year-old Pepe look like Maldini. Absolute disgrace. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. No, listen. The team can't panic. I always say this, though. The team and me is two different things. I don't need to act how they need to act. They need a dressing down, first of all, because that performance is a disgrace. Away from home, no shots on target. They need a dressing down. Then they need to figure out what went wrong and fix it. We don't actually play for 3 weeks, the second leg, so there's a long break. Let me tell you something. We are under pressure in that second leg. We are under pressure. 1-0 down. They're going to have to manage that game properly or we are in big, big trouble. At the start of the game, I was saying Champions League, you know, we can win it. I'm ending it going, I don't even know if we're going to get through. But, you know, I don't know what to say. Do you know what? The one thing I'll say, we got what we deserved. We got what we deserved. There's no hiding place for Arsenal Football Club tonight. I'm not going to hide. I saw people online, referee. I'm not interested. Not interested. You know what referees do in Europe? Play it to your advantage. This team didn't have the know-how, the street smarts to do it. We went there. We played slow. We couldn't break them down. We played as individuals. You look at it. Players are pressing by themselves. When they get the ball, they're trying to take 2 or 3 players on. What Arsenal have to do, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on however you look at it, they need to put that game out of their mind quickly. They need to understand what went wrong and they need to move on because we got Newcastle on Saturday night, 8 o'clock. Now, I'm not being funny. If we draw or lose to Newcastle on Saturday, all of a sudden, you're hanging on in the Premier, hanging on in the Champions League. And the week's an absolute disaster and bigger fish to fry, what Robbie once said, comes creeping back. That is a huge wake-up call for this football club. That we're a good team, we're not a great team. We've got good players, we haven't got great players. I think sometimes this team, and as a club, we need to understand where players are and not overhype them too quickly. And when people were talking about, yeah, but he hasn't done it in the Champions League knockout stage, and people going, oh, it doesn't matter. This is a lot different. The pressure cooker, the away grounds, the atmosphere, the referees, it's totally different. So, listen, we're not a bad team. We don't become a bad team because we lost the game. But we're proving sometimes that when the demand is higher, we're not able to adjust sometimes to circumstances. That is how we lost the Premier League last year. That is how we lost the Europa League. And that's how what happened tonight. We weren't good enough. We deserved to lose that game. Now, people will come at me and go, yeah, before the game you were saying we can beat them 3-0. We need to go for them. Listen, as I said, I'm trying to hype up people. And I do believe that if we'd have played properly, we could have caused them problems tonight. We have lost that game because we've played badly tonight. We played very badly. We didn't manage it. We tried to play it like a Premier League game, how we've been playing. And Porto were very well organised. Pepe organised that back four. They had a defensive midfielder in front. And we got what we deserved. We got what we deserved, people. Sometimes we got to stop hyping people up too much and just go about our business in silence. Go about our business in silence. Because people are going to throw all that back on Saka. And these, because everyone's been arguing about his performances. But we got what we deserve, people. And you know, it was a massive wake-up call. We're not out. We haven't lost 3-0. We haven't lost 4-0. We go and score early at the Emirates. We're back in business. But we've given ourselves a massive challenge. And the problem is with Arsenal, when something bad happens, we seem to find it difficult to turn it around quickly. You saw last year we got knocked out of the Europa League. Oh, don't worry, the Premier League. Then the Premier League disappeared. And you end up with nothing. Now, the manager has to take some criticism. Because, once again, European knockout stage, Arteta comes up short for Arsenal. Olympiacos, Sporting Lisbon, Villarreal, now Porto. In-game management. How can anybody watch that game tonight and tell me that we made one substitution in that game? How as a manager do you watch that game and make one substitution? Now, his excuse might be, I don't really feel I had anything on the bench that could change the game. But my argument is always going to be, you paid 35 million for Ramsdale. Obviously, he's not going to change goalkeeper, although he said he would. You gave Nketiah 100 grand a week. You gave Cedric a 4-year contract. You gave Jorginho, you put him on. You paid 35 million for Fabio. You gave Nelson 100 grand a week. You gave El Neni a new contract. So if that bench ain't good enough, why was you renewing their contracts? Why have we got Nelson and Nketiah on 200 grand a week between them? Why is Emile Smith-Rowe wearing the number 10 shirt? Why is El Neni getting a new contract to just smile and pick the cones up and fill up water bottles? I don't know. So, it isn't time to panic, but it's a massive wake-up call. And I felt all game that performance might bite us. Unfortunately, we have seen this performance from Arsenal, particularly under Mikel Arteta in Europe. As much as we criticise previous managers, Emery got us to a European final in one season. I know we got battered in Baku and we don't like to talk about it, but he was able to manage his way through the knockout stages. I know it's Europa and Premier League and Europa and Champions League, and there's a difference. But this manager has got to step up. I always said the problem with Arteta is you're learning on the job. And he hasn't proved to me tonight that he has learnt how to manage cup competitions and knockout competitions. We are allergic to Europe. We are like Brexit at the moment. We are out of Europe. We're not out of Europe, but we're playing like we're out of Europe. I don't know what to make of it. I'm really confused with the performance. So many bad performances individually. This is a team that won 5-0 a few days ago, and yet I can't name a player in the Arsenal 11 that played well. I can't name one. David Ray, I don't care what anybody says online. Somebody just messaged me saying it's a great goal. I said, David Raya should do better. I don't care what anyone says. That ball is floating through the air. He hasn't whipped it in the top corner with a whole heap of power. The ball's floating. He's on the edge of the 6-yard box and he can't reach it. We've seen him get done by high shots before. So, not good enough. Back four today looked shaky. Midfield was all over the place. Rice did his best on a yellow. Front line did absolutely nothing. We were horrific. 94 minutes of football, not a shot on target. Are you being serious, people? Are we actually being serious? Why did no one just get the ball out of their feet 30 yards out and have a pop? See what happens. They are trying to walk the ball into the back of the net. It's like Wenger at the end. That performance was absolutely horrendous. Anybody that didn't watch the game tonight, don't watch the highlights, don't watch the game back, don't have nothing to do with it. Arteta was outdone by their manager tonight. Genuinely. I don't even know who the Porto manager is, but he has outdone Mikel Arteta tonight. Sergio Conceição. Oh my God. Is that his son playing? He's the old school baller, right? There's a whole heap of Conceiçãos. Sergio Conceição, old school player. Man was a proper player, and obviously looks like he was a proper manager as well. Arteta got done, and that's his son playing. That's unbelievable. We were absolutely horrendous tonight. Player ratings tomorrow. You're gonna need to be an adult to watch, because I'm gonna be slaughtering some players. Kibu said, bigger fish to fry, starters knackered. Listen, man, the bigger fish to fry thing is a joke, innit? Oregon said, I'm done getting excited when we win a few matches. Every time we go on a decent run, we come crashing back down to earth. Do you know what, Oregon? I'm really trying not to overreact. I am, but I know why I have the opinion that I have of the manager and the setup at Arsenal. Even though we are progressing, I find it very difficult to believe that we have the people in place to win the major trophies. I just want to say for this, because Nasseen's been saying, is it Nasseen? Has been saying for a while, you've been in the comments chirping up for a minute, right? So listen, you're all in. Naveen said, I really need to unsubscribe to Reactionary. I tell you what, I'll do it for you, right? There you go. So you don't have to watch no more. You don't have to unsubscribe. You're blocked. Because you've been spamming the chat for about 5 minutes, saying all kinds of foolishness. So calmly, make your way out. If you want to have a debate, you want to be respectful, that's fine. I'm here for that. We can have a good old footballing debate. If you want to leave, you don't need to give me the warning. Just leave, my friend. This ain't the classroom and I'm not the teacher. You can walk out at any time. So there you go, Naveen. I've saved you the hassle. Yeah. Oh, you're going to unsubscribe. How will I ever survive? Naveen. Don't go, Naveen. Naveen, other channels are available, my friend. You know what I mean? They'll look after you. They'll look after you. Don't worry. Brian said, nasty, scandalous performance. That performance stinks, mate. Absolutely stinks. Jerome said, Mikel Arteta went back to control football. Please bin this brand of football. Didn't work. We had no control. It's like playing PS5 and the battery runs out in the middle of a weekend league game. That's what we were. We had no control of what was happening. Ross, Arsenal 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Yeah, unfortunately, that's what it feels like. Vegas Gunner, Conceição schooled Arteta today. Experienced manager. Maybe people should have shut up about world-class player talk and worry more about Porto. Woof, harsh but true. Canadian Gunner, signing Havertz has killed us. Money wasted. Yeah, they hype him. He scores a goal against Burnley, and the brother's still been a poor signing, man. Black said these injury-prone players cost us with no bench. It's a great point. Jesus, Partey, Zinchenko, Tomiyasu, all injury-prone. We needed options. Latte, big up, bro. I'm not surprised Arteta is not good at all in Europe knockouts. A lot of PTSD. Porto might score first at the Emirates. Thing is, the pressure, when they attack us, we're going to be so nervous. Because if they were to go 1-0 up, we're 2-0 down on the night. We need to perform. Is recruitment going to cost Arsenal ultimately? If Arsenal don't win something major, it will be number one down to the fact we didn't nail recruitment in the summer and the summer before. Players like Fabio Vieira have been a waste of money. Kai Havertz hasn't done well enough. And giving contracts to Eddie and Nelson and players like that. El Neni. And on top of that, the manager's lack of experience and his in-game management. That will be the reason. Hype said disappointed, but we're not out yet. Still the home tie. I agree, but it's disappointing. And AP said one word, inexperience. It felt like the apprenticeship was back today, my friend. I told you, if you've got a leak in the kitchen or, the gas needs checking, you don't want somebody out of college to come and check your boiler and say, I've been doing this for 2 weeks. I've watched a couple of YouTube videos. We'll see how we get on. You don't want that. You want somebody to turn up with experience to say, listen, I've done thousands of these. I'm an established company. I know what I'm doing. Unfortunately, we've got an apprentice. He's going to make mistakes. He was tactically outdone tonight, unfortunately. And making one substitution, why did you not trust Smith Rowe tonight? Why not give Nelson a run out and say, just be direct? Saka ain't performing. Martinelli ain't performing. Give him a chance. You gave him 100 bags a week. Why not play Fabio against his old club? Apparently he's trained all week and the end of last week. I don't get it. Listen, disappointing. Very disappointing. Performance was horrible. We're not out, but we're certainly in a difficult situation. And the problem you've got now is they've got minimal time to react. We play on Saturday night against Newcastle. They'll fly back tonight. They'll get back in the early hours of the morning. And, you know, Newcastle will be a very tough game. They haven't played in Europe midweek, so we may have tired legs. If Arteta left tomorrow, would you consider his tenure a failure? One FA Cup and a return to the Champions League is progress, not success, not reactionary, but still poor. Great question. Not a failure, but not a success. So, yeah, I think he's progressed the club, but he took us backwards first and then progressed us. But I always say at a big club, as a manager, you eventually have to get over the finish line. Otherwise, your time will never be classed as a success. Otherwise, you're doing what Tottenham managers do. And we laugh at Tottenham for saying, oh, yeah, you play good football, you don't win anything. Yeah. Look, Poch was making top fours, making Champions League finals. People still say Poch ain't that good. Why? Didn't win anything. No manager at Arsenal in the modern game will be considered a success without winning trophies. We're too big a football club. We have too big a history. Progress, but not success. So we'll see. I'm trying not to be too reactionary, but that performance was an absolute and utter disgrace. And they are lucky that we have a second leg to try and turn that around. Let me read this last super chat. That's how momentum is stopped. Pressure game on Saturday now, says Ayaz. Newcastle will be a tough game. Big up everyone locked in. Still over 4,000 of you. Horrible performance. Horrific performance. Let's not cap. One of the worst performances of the season. The only positive, we got a second leg to turn it around. If they don't turn up at the Emirates, Europe is done. Bigger fish to fry, they said. The fish looks about as big as Nemo. I'll see you all tomorrow, people. Arsenal Therapy. Bless!